I welcome you guys all today. I understand every single day I come on a nice beautiful street performance over here. I understand that busking is very important when you want to really do something about communication work every single day. I understand when you start to speak up every single day and start to do something very much alike, that you need to understand that when you go and grow up every single day, you understand that no matter what, that I'm always improving myself. I understand when I improve myself every single day, I understand I come on the street and I start to communicate daily. I understand when I do that daily, I make sure I do my work regardless. I understand either way that what's important every single day is making sure that I make a beautiful street performance every single day, because that's my work. I understand that the police love to do their work. I mean, you maybe love to do work at McDonald's. I understand I like to do something like Jesus Christ work today. I understand when I do some Jesus Christ work, I understand I do better work than McDonald's work. I do better work than a 9 to 5 work, I promise you. I promise you every single day, I love God so much that I'll come here and do God's work. On this nice, beautiful, rainy day, I don't care what day it is, I understand I deserve some freedom today. I deserve to come and do my nice, beautiful street performance every single day, because I deserve something greater. I deserve to make sure that my YouTube channel has something recognized in terms of you. I understand when I give you all the nice, beautiful knowledge every single day, I understand I come and perform regardless of how much people or how many people there are around me in terms of my eye. I understand that what's important is I grow and really, really understand how to dwell in my nice, beautiful communication daily, because that's what's important. I apologize for my little, let's say, my remark over here with my video. I understand either way that the lighting over here in my video is not that good, but I understand either way that the audio here is excellent. I understand over here it's raining today. I understand it's raining, so it may rain, but I don't want to stop my nice beautiful performance, so I came under a nice beautiful covering over here, where if it rains, I still continue. I still continue my nice beautiful performance every single day. I understand that what's important is make sure every single day that you're just much more mature about your life. I understand when you're much more mature, about your life, you understand either way that you can also remember that you must promote yourself regardless. So what you can do is understand that if it starts to rain, you can also actually come underneath the actual covering. And then what happens is, I understand that you can also continue over here. I understand that it's really understand that when you're giving ideas, you give them ideas so that you can grow. I understand, I mean, who are you really giving ideas to? I mean, you're giving everybody ideas, but understand that either way, that what's important is understand that this time, otherwise I can leave this video like this. I understand I can leave the video like this, but I can grow with this video such as it is right now. I understand that what's important is grow daily regardless of what you're doing daily, because understand public speaking skills. I understand when you understand how to really public speak, you understand why I really grow. I grow because I understand that no matter what I do, I will understand how to perform much greater the next time round. I understand, is there a next time round? I promise you there's always a next time round when you're growing. I promise you every single time you expect to live, you will live, no matter what. You must expect to live more. I promise you there's always a next time when you're expecting to live. But understand next time is happening right now. Understand when you keep yourself preoccupied with yourself every single day, and you love yourself, and you understand every single day you do the work that you love to do. I promise you every single day you're going to do something that's really courageous, because I understand courageous people love to do something great. I understand when you're really great, you understand greatness, and you understand how to really public speak daily, because that's what I do daily. I understand I love to communicate. I love to make sure that whatever I do in life, I understand I just really love to develop myself in my I, which is I love you. I understand when I go and teach that nice beautiful I every single day, I'm really doing something that's really important. I understand when I really do that, I understand Zig Ziglar, I understand Jim Rohn, I understand Tony Robbins, I understand that's my group. I understand that's my group right there. I understand Jesus Christ as well. I understand every single day I come and preach like them. I just do it differently. I understand that I realize what's amazing every single day is doing a nice beautiful street performance regardless of what's happening around the world. I understand the coronavirus. I understand that's not really a coronavirus. I promise you there's no such thing as coronavirus. I understand that what I believe in is Jesus Christ. I understand every single day I do something that's Jesus Christ related, and I understand every single day that I go and lift that into the world. I understand I don't care what's happening around me. I understand they closed the Harbour Bridge today because it's not open to the general public. I understand that what's important is that I grow. I don't care about the fireworks. I hope that you guys have the best fireworks in the planet today, because I don't care about the fireworks when you block me from it. I mean, do you understand? I don't care about it. I realize that what I care about is growth. I care about making sure that my YouTube channel is giving that nice beautiful audio content and that nice beautiful knowledge, because I don't care about the fireworks when you don't allow me to go there. I promise you either way that what's important is understand that every single day you must update yourself to go and really live life. I understand when you update yourself to live life, I go and really do my life much better. I understand when I reserve something, I can go over here and reserve a nice, beautiful restaurant, but guess what? I don't want to. I don't want to, because I have something better to do. I have something better to do than going to those restaurants, because I understand I'm a vegan. I don't eat at restaurants. I don't eat at restaurants at all. I understand that what's important is I understand to keep to my schedule every single day. I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat anything in the restaurant. I go to a nice, beautiful whole supermarket in terms of Woolworths, and I just stay there, and I just make sure to get myself something from that Woolworths, and I come back into the moment, because I'm never ever leaving this moment. I never stay there. I just go there to get my food and drink. I understand when I do that, I pick a nice, beautiful supermarket such as Woolworths over Coles, because I understand Woolworths is for me dominating in that scene, because I love Woolworths. I understand either way. I love Coles as well. I understand that I just love to go Woolworths. I understand it's just a preferred. I understand it's just a preferred. I understand it's just a preferred ability. To understand that I just love a personal. I love a personal preference to understand that Woolworths is just much better for me in terms of my regards. I understand it's much closer than Coles. I mean, every single time I go to a nice, beautiful suburb, I understand some suburbs. I understand Coles is actually closer. I understand. Then what do? I go to Coles then. I go to the closest supermarket available. I understand though that right now I make sure that every single day I go and really do my nice, beautiful performance every single day, but I try to give my best every single time. I understand that if I do anything right now, I understand that I can really stop this video right now. I understand when I stop the video, I can really plan right now where I can actually give this nice, beautiful talk. I understand that if I do that, I understand that it's really that I grow in the process of having a better quality video. I understand when I do that, I understand I have more reason to really grow. I understand when I do that, I just realize every single day that what's important is communication skills daily. I understand when you go communicate with yourself daily, I mean, just make sure that you have a busking performance in terms of life, and make sure that you have a nice, beautiful street performance while you're at it. Because what's important is making sure that you have a nice, beautiful performance with yourself all day long. So when you're doing that, I mean, just regard yourself as something high and classic in terms of life. And when you're doing that daily, you understand why you're going to have a high, nice, beautiful reputation for yourself. I understand it's all about reputation. I understand over here, I'm making sure that I promote my nice, beautiful Instagram. I understand when I do that, I'm really understanding that I'm never afraid of anything. I understand that what's important is just understand communication skill. I understand when you have a communication skill to talk and talk and talk and walk the walk in terms of talk. I understand when you talk the walk and walk the talk. I understand you're really going to understand integrity. I understand when you go and really understand that church is every single day as well. I understand that what you mean, or else what you mean is what you do. I understand what you say is also what you speak. I understand when you speak something, you must speak integrity. You must speak honesty. You must speak truth. I understand when you really understand how to really do something very important for yourself. I mean, just make sure that you're never causing a nuisance. I mean, one of those public nuisance or something. I understand the police will just drag you to jail. I understand that's not very good. I understand that what's good is teach that. I mean, teach how to understand to never be in jail in the first place. Because if the police give you a warning, I mean, and they say, hey, I need you to get out of here. I mean, just go. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you stay there, otherwise they put you in jail. I mean, that's no good either. Otherwise, what's good is understand that you must be able to speak every single day and do something very important around communication. I understand when you go and build your nice, beautiful courage every single day in front of everybody, I understand it doesn't matter what time. I mean, just make sure that you go and communicate. I mean, communication is very key. I understand when you go and communicate daily, you'll find my Instagram at Danny Milivojevic and my YouTube. I understand either way, I understand I promote myself regardless. I go and do my work. I do Jesus Christ work every single day. I understand that I may have failed in terms of this video, in terms of my eye, but guess what? I'm growing in my communication. I understand that what's important is that I go and really grab something in the spotlight today. I understand I grab myself, I go and grab a nice beautiful opportunity daily. I understand it's really that I go and really persuade myself to go and really understand my quality of video over here. I understand over here in terms of my life, I understand it's really, I just perform. I understand every single day, I go and perform something different every single day. I go and do something that's really, let's say, going to help me move forward. I understand when I move forward, I go and really grab the spotlight. I understand when I grab the spotlight, I go and move myself. I understand when I move myself somewhere where I can actually see myself speaking in a video as soon as possible, because that's how you learn. You learn and grow from making sure that you have a better lighting in terms of your video and your quality of work. But if it does rain, understand I can come over here now in terms of the Opera House. Understand the Opera House is just there. I understand they closed the gates. I understand that because the gates are closed, I'm still doing my work. I understand that's important. Or else that what's important is do your work anyway. Because you don't need fireworks, you don't need anything in life when other people don't want you there. Understand? When they don't want you there, you just go and love your life. I mean, that's it. I mean, if somebody doesn't like you, I mean, stay away from those people who dislike you. Understand? That's what I do all the time. I make sure every single day I'm updating everything around the world. Understand? When I do that, I always make sure to go and love my life regardless. Understand? When I do that, I make sure I have that nice, beautiful power going. I realize it's the power of communication daily. I understand it's really just make sure that every single day you're going to perform regardless, and you're going to make sure that you have a nice, beautiful life for yourself. I understand that's the whole point. I understand when you really grow up, I understand when you really show that courage in yourself to just make it, I understand, and you do it. I mean, do it now. I mean, just make sure you just finish it off with a nice, beautiful sentence, and then guess what happens? You have nice, beautiful video in terms of a better quality video, and then you understand what I mean. I test. I just had to move so I can realize something, so I can have a nice, beautiful lighting in my video. I understand over here it's too dark. I understand that sometimes it's too much shade in your video, so make sure you just come into the nice, beautiful spotlight, and if it rains, I just go over here because I understand I have a nice, beautiful cover up. I understand that what's important is persuade yourself through communication to go and really take the action necessary to live your life greater. I understand when you go and do your work, regardless of where you are. I understand I'm in Opera House, Sydney. I understand I'll go to nice, beautiful Pitt Street Mall sometimes. I'll go to the nice, beautiful Martin Place. I understand there's plenty of parks around that I can go and do this public speaking performance on my own. I don't need people around me. I just need I understand when I have I every single day, I go and really perform what I really love to do every single day, because that's what I love to do. I love to perform. I love to perform and make sure that my life is something great. I understand when you're doing something with the speaker, I mean, just make sure that you place it lightly on the floor, because you don't want to break the base of the speaker. I mean, make sure you understand that you never go throwing any type of speakers on the floor. I understand one guy went and threw his speaker that's $100. I understand he threw on the floor and he says it's waterproof or something and it's bulletproof. I understand it broke straight away. I understand that what you must realize is just make sure, or else you must make sure that your life is something greater than you are, so that you can really live life to the fullest. I understand that's very important. I understand when you're really communicating daily in front of people, I mean, just make sure that you have the best opportunity to do so. I understand when you're really doing that every single day, I mean, just make sure that you're really showing for every single day. I mean, show something that's really high regard every single day. I mean, what's a high regard in your life? I mean, it can be a sport. I mean, it can be, let's say, communication skills and relationships. I realize it can be business and entrepreneurship. I realize it can be the police force. I realize it can be the army. I realize what sparks you. I mean, what is that passion that you love? I understand when you love a passion so much, you'll give that knowledge about it every single day. You give the knowledge about what you're doing. I understand when you love to really perform. I understand today, I understand it's Happy New Year's for everybody. I understand either way. I mean, Happy New Year's. I understand. I realize you must understand that it's New Year's Eve right now. I understand that no matter what, I realize in 6 years, I realize in 6 hours time, I realize it's already 2021. But I understand either way that I come here and grow, because I understand 6:20 right now. I understand 6:20 p.m. I understand that what's important is the time is now to do your work. I understand the time is now to make sure that my videos and what I have today is something much higher. I understand I don't care about anything that's going around the world except my growth today. I just love to grow. I love to grow people. I love to understand my legacy over here. Thank you. I understand that's very important. I understand that no matter what's happening around the world, I mean, come and do a street performance and come and do a public speaking performance on the street sometimes, and just boost your performance and boost your attitude and boost everybody else and lift people up and give some nice, beautiful, inspirational words every single day. I promise you that's what you need to do regardless of where you are. You have to be inspiring the people you work with. You have to be inspiring your kids. You have to be inspiring your family members. You have to be inspiring everybody. I promise you that's the only way to live. You have to be inspirational or nothing. I promise you I'm always inspirational, so I come here every single day in terms of Sydney, and I just stay here and I make sure to grow, because I understand when I grow and grow and grow, I'll be traveling the world, baby. I'll be traveling everywhere because I'm famous. I'm famous. I understand that. I understand that every single day that when I give you knowledge and I help your family, I'm famous. I'm famous for helping your family. I mean, I help them with some words. I understand I have actually 600 hours of words to give you. I mean, 600 hours of words, I mean, that's a blessing. I mean, just to lift your family. I mean, that's very beautiful when I give you 600 hours of ideas to improve your business and entrepreneurship and leadership skills every single day. I understand it's very important. And it doesn't really matter how, let's say, old you are. I understand I see a lot of 80-year-olds. I mean, they never public speak in their life. I mean, why is that? I mean, why? I mean, they're 80 years of age. I mean, why aren't they public speaking? I don't know. I'm 28 years of age. I have the next 72 years to live life and do a public speaking event every single day. Understand that? That's very important. Understand that what you must do every single day is just make sure that every single day you have a nice, beautiful attitude, because attitude is gratitude. And the attitude of your life is the altitude that you make it. Understand Zig Ziglar when he says no matter what, that what you give to others is what you get. I promise you that what you understand in life is if you want to succeed, you have to help other people succeed. I promise you that's the whole point. I promise you it's really personal development and making sure you make a name for yourself in Sydney somewhere. I mean, you can make a name for yourself anywhere, but make sure you do it on the street because there's free promotion everywhere. I promise you I have plenty of people watching my name today. I promise you that's why I'm here, to promote my name so that you can get my information, because my information is something you need. You can find me at Daniel Milivojevic, Instagram and YouTube. I understand that it's very important that you have a YouTube channel and Instagram today. I mean, come and check out my ideas. I have so much ideas about business and life and entrepreneurship and everything about Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn and these guys. I promote them all the time because I understand there's somebody who actually help people. I promise you they help people more than most people. I promise you most people don't have a chance in life. I promise you most people have given up. I promise you most people are just living life. I mean, they just want to live. I want to thrive. I don't want to just live. I want to just make sure I live greater than everybody else. I promise you there's a bigger difference. I understand most people just want to live and never be great. I promise you they just want to go to a 9-to-5 job and just stay there. I don't want to be a 9-to-5 job. I have something better than that. I have communicational skills. I can communicate. I mean, how good is that? I can public speak on the street. I can do my work anywhere. I can always do my work. I can do 8 hours, 7 hours on the street somewhere. I can do always something nice and beautiful with business on the street. I understand that's very beautiful. I understand Jesus will do the same thing. I understand Jesus is always doing this nice, beautiful communication anywhere. I understand that when you're really understanding that you must inspire people to be great every single day. I understand that when you're really performing and you're giving that nice, beautiful attitude, I promise you that's what people feel. I mean, people feel my communicational skills today. I understand that when you come here and you do it yourself and you don't speak as fast as I do, I mean, understand why I practice so much. I mean, understand why I understand how to grow. I mean, make sure you learn from what I do every single day, because I communicate really fast and I go through life really fast. I understand when I go and communicate really fast, I understand just never put your hands in your pocket when you're public speaking. I mean, it's really appropriate that you go and really have those hand gestures going, because it's much more, let's say, intense when you do so. I understand when you look like this and you're always in your pockets like this, I mean, it doesn't really go. I mean, understand that you can, but just understand it's much better when you're really using your nice, beautiful hand gestures, and then you switch hands and you're really understanding this. I mean, understand those hand gestures is very important when you're public speaking and when you're walking. I mean, make sure you're using your hands to walk. I mean, don't walk with your hands in a pocket. I mean, do you understand? So realize that what's important, I thank you, sir. I understand what's important is understand those hand gestures, because when you run, I mean, are you running with your hands in your pocket? I mean, of course not. So realize that if you want to have the best swing in life, I mean, use your hands. I mean, use your arms for everything. I mean, do you understand? I mean, sometimes it's nice to put your hands in your pocket when it's cold and when it's rainy and snowy and you're just standing still and you're just hands in the pocket and you're watching the horizon or something. I mean, just for 1 second or something. I mean, either way, I mean, that's nice and beautiful. I mean, what's nice and beautiful is making sure that every single day you're helping people, because compassionate people, in terms of people who have compassion, are the greatest people on earth. They're the ones that actually help the most. I understand if you're not helping the most, I realize then you're helping the least. I probably should now be on the bargain side of growth in terms of make sure you understand what bargain is. I need you to understand that anything that's bargain is affordable. I promise you need to go where affordable is and never where cheap or expensive is. I promise you plenty of people go to the bank and get $500,000 to get a Ferrari and then have to repay the actual Ferrari. I promise you, is it worth it? I promise you it's not worth it. I promise you what's worth it is making sure that you go and invest your plastic money where your mouth is and make your mouth better, and understand that's how you actually invest your plastic money. I mean, make sure you're communicating better, and then your plastic money will go into better places. I promise you those people who communicate better are the ones who are less of a drug addict. I promise you they're the ones who stay away from McDonald's. I promise you they're the ones who don't eat meat. I promise you they're better communicators. I promise you see these birds? I mean, imagine me shooting them so that you can eat. I mean, isn't that nice? I mean, is that really nice? I promise you that's not nice. I promise you see these seagulls over here. I promise you I see 20 of them. I mean, I'll come and feed your family. I'll kill all the seagulls now so that you can eat. I mean, is that nice? I I promise you that's not nice, is it? I'll go kill all the lions. I'll kill all the tigers. I'll kill all the nice beautiful elephants so that you can eat. I mean, so that you can go and put the belly, go and put the elephant in your belly. I mean, I'll kill all the animals of the world so that you can eat. I mean, is that nice? Bro, that's not nice. I love to see the seagulls like this. I don't want to kill the seagulls so that you can eat. I promise you, other people are killing animals so that you can eat. I mean, do you understand? That's why you turn vegan. I mean, do you understand? I mean, it's common sense. I mean, it's common sense theory. I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan for 3 years now. I understand I was taught by my biological father to eat meat and my biological family. I understand for 26 years, I grew up believing them and what they do. I started to challenge everybody because I understand that seagulls are important just as much as dogs and just as much of a snake in terms of a seagull. I promise you they're equal in nature. I promise you that just because it's a pig doesn't mean that you can eat it. I promise you that means I have to kill the 20 seagulls for you as well so that you can eat them too. I promise you put on the barbie, you put some vegeta, you put some nice beautiful oil on it. I promise you, you'll eat it. Because it's not because of the meat. You eat it because of the oil and the vegeta. You eat it because of the spices. You don't eat it because of the meat. I promise you, when I eat something, I eat plant food. I eat tofu. I eat nice beautiful nuts. I eat peanuts. I mean, do you understand cherries and strawberries? I mean, that's what I eat. I mean, that's nice and beautiful. I mean, every single day, I love to understand that every single day I make sure that what I have today is something great. I have a nice, beautiful persona. I understand everything that you're ever selling in life is a persona. I promise you everything you ever have in life is an attitude. I promise you have to have a greater attitude to stay out of prison. You have to have a greater attitude to understand Jesus Christ. Because those who don't have a great attitude are the ones that kill Jesus Christ. I promise you they go killing people. But I promise you that's not a great attitude when somebody comes to kill your family. So make sure that you never kill other people's family if you don't want somebody to kill your family. I mean, if you love somebody, I mean, imagine somebody else killing them. I promise you that's not nice. So make sure that you don't kill other people because somebody loves them as well. I mean, understand that what's important every single day is understand that if you're a prisoner or something, I promise you it's really because you may be a slave. Or else you may be a slave to drugs. You may be a slave to other people. You may be a slave to violence. You may be a slave to mental health issues. You may be a slave to problems. I mean, remove the issues. I mean, remove the mental health people from your life. I mean, it doesn't mean kill them. I mean, just remove them from your life. I mean, remove the police from your life, totally. If you don't like the police. I mean, just stay away from them. I mean, if you don't like somebody, just make sure that you like them in the first place. Because the first thing that you do in life is love people. I promise you love people, but if you don't want people around you, you remove them from your life. I promise you, isn't that simple? I promise you, if I don't want to be around you because I love you, I just don't want to be around you though. I want to understand I have a great legacy. I have a great legacy. I have something greater to happen in my life than just with you. I have to go traveling around the world, so I have to stay away from you, don't I? I remove you from my life. I don't care that I grew up with you in Cabramatta High School, man. I understand I went to Cabramatta High School in Liverpool over there, in Sydney. I understand either way that what's important is understand that you understand to remove most people from your life because they're just wasting your time. And who's allowing them to do so? You. You're allowing them to waste your time. So never be around those people in the first place. I mean, go surround yourself with millionaires and billionaires or else go and read economics with them, or else go and read personal development. I mean, go and read spirituality and go and read health products online and become your own type of guru in that, and then come and do it on a nice, beautiful street performance like this, and then start really communicating that into the world. I understand when you do that daily, you're going to be someone great. You're going to be someone famous. I mean, you have to be famous in life. I mean, I understand every single day I have to be famous. I understand what's important is fame, but growing everybody while you're famous. I promise you, I understand Hitler is very famous. I promise you, that's not the kind of fame I want you to do though. I don't want you to go killing 20 million Serbian people. I mean, do you understand? I don't want you to do that. I want you to understand that you go and understand that whatever happened in the past is finished in terms of life. So understand that what's really not finished is you. I understand that what you must understand is never live in the past, but grab the information about it. I mean, grab the history about information and what happened and how was Jesus Christ and how was the World War I and II and III. I mean, there's a 3 coming up. I realize there's a 3 coming up as well. I understand that. I understand there's a World War III coming up. But understand that what's important is understand that countries want power. I realize that what's important is understand that when there's a war going on, I understand you must understand that you grow. I mean, just make sure you're not killing people. I understand just make sure every single day you're just away from Sydney when it happens. I mean, just be away from the city because they dropped 50,000 bombs here. I understand that. I Understand that's not the place to be when they're dropping bombs in your city. I mean, just get away from the city altogether. I mean, go somewhere that is not a main city of Australia. I mean, go to Goulburn or something. I mean, understand that no matter what, that you just realize that you must prepare for it. You must prepare for what's going to happen. You must be ahead of the economics of the world. You must understand the information of the world, because that's how you inform people. You inform people through information. You give them information about products and services, about what you do, and you give it for free, because what you're developing is an attitude. You're developing a selling career of a salesman or saleswoman or salesperson. You must understand either way that when you name something, you name it all together, and then you understand that you're going to learn something about it, and then when you learn about it, you're really just making sure that you're just improving that communication skill every single day. Because that's all you really sell, or else that's all you're really selling. I mean, it's just your communication. Or else the faster you talk, or else the better you live life. I understand when I live faster and faster and faster, and you live slower and slower and slower, I live better than you, because I live faster than you. I do everything faster than you. I learn faster than you. I make sure I eat faster than you. I travel faster than you. I mean, isn't it great to travel fast or slow? I mean, travel fast throughout life. I mean, do you want to see the world right now? I mean, do you want to see everything in the world right now, or do you want to do it later? I mean, of course, right now. So if you want to see it right now, I mean, do it fast. I mean, go and travel the world as fast as you can. I mean, why do you want to do it slowly? I mean, be so adaptive to the nice, beautiful experience that you have every single day to understand what's good for you. I mean, understand that the life that you have right now, you must be grateful for it, and you must understand information is how to increase your life capacity. So when you increase that information product of your life, you understand to stay away from animal food, for example. And you understand also to stay away from most people. And you understand to be a millionaire as well. And you understand to be a billionaire this time. And you understand to follow Jesus Christ as well. Because you have that nice, beautiful information going for you. I understand that it's the information products that really make your life. I understand when you're traveling and you're doing something that's very important every single day, you just make sure you invest in yourself and in your technology so that you can help Jesus Christ today. You must help somebody. I mean, help somebody, because when you help somebody, you're helping Jesus Christ anyway. I mean, it's either you help Jesus Christ or you help somebody else. I mean, who do you want to help? I mean, either way, Jesus Christ is just like your family. I mean, either way, understand that you must help everybody. Because if you want to help me and you don't want to help your sister, I mean, why do you want to help me and not her? I mean, make sure you're helping everybody more. I mean, that's how you love equally, and that's how God loves you. I understand God helps the world equally. I promise you, God helps you just as much as everybody else. But understand that those who are very successful are the ones who are speaking faster and doing faster and having better habits for themselves and are getting up on the street and talking in front of people. I mean, build the courage in you to understand that what you want to do every single day is be in front of people. I mean, give a live, beautiful seminar in terms of life about what you love to do. I mean, you can sing. I mean, you can do anything on the street. But understand to keep practicing about what you do every day. I promise you, once you practice what you do every day, you understand why you're going to be much more. I understand anybody who's much more in life is going to have something great in them. I realize greatness is what you need. But you have it in you. You have it in you right now. I have it in me too. I have it in my, I have it in my eye. I understand I over me. I understand there's much of a difference when I say I love you than me love you. I love you. You say I love you over me love you. I understand I is very important. I understand when I grow up, I understand that no matter what, I'm already grown up, but I'm still growing up, aren't I? I have to grow up. I have to grow up anyway. I realize if somebody says you must grow up and you get offended about that, you never get offended, but you never get offended in life. Because if you get offended by life itself, you realize that it realizes what you are. I mean, what you are is understand that you must never be offended so that you can go and grow up. Understand when you grow up, you'll never be offended because mature people don't get offended about life when you understand that what you are is something greater than offense of your life. You must be greater than being offended about yourself. I mean, why do you want to hurt yourself and other people? Because that's what offended people do in terms of life, in terms of I understand I never offend other people, but make sure you understand what that means. I understand when I offend you, I go to slap you. I go to hit you. I mean, never be offended. I mean, if you're offended, then you understand that you're somebody who actually does that. I mean, understand that if you're in, I realize if you're on the offense of life, you must understand to go and really dwell upon helping people rather than hitting them. Otherwise, you don't hit people, you grow them. You grow everybody. You lift people up and make sure you understand that when you take care of other people by growing them, you'll be taken care of. You would be taken care of as well. And I realize, and now you will never, but you will. Understand? You never would. You just will. You just do it now. Understand? When you do it now, you understand why you must be important. You must be important. You must make everybody in your life important. I promise you, that's what a great attitude does. Bronsha, you have to be important to me all the time so that I can be important. Or else when I make you important in my life, I make you significant. I make you understand that. I actually communicate it to you. You guys are all important today. Everybody, or else everybody is very important. But understand that those who are more important than the rest are doing more. Or else they're giving more knowledge. Or else they're helping more. And that's why they're famous. Or else now, understand that fame is not really truly the way. But what the way is, or else fame is understanding that some people understand that no matter what, that fame is the way. But understand that Jesus Christ is famous. I understand although that most people become famous and they actually drink alcohol and do, or else they don't do Jesus' work. Or else they don't communicate. Or else they're selling wine. Or else they're doing everything that's not Jesus Christ in fame. Or else they're doing fame and fortune. I understand that's not the kind of fame I want you to achieve. I don't want you to achieve the nice, beautiful what? I understand it's not that you achieve Hitler's fame, you achieve Jesus Christ's fame, or else there's a big difference over here. I understand fame is fortune. I understand fame is growth. I understand when you go, or else when you go famous, I understand you have to deserve it. You have to deserve that. I mean, you have to understand communication skills. I need you to understand that when you're really growing every single day, you're really looking for a performance. You're really looking for a best way of dealing with what you're doing. I understand when you're looking for the best way in everything, you understand why you can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to every single day, but you have to talk it up. And then you have to live your talk. I promise you that's the whole point of life. I promise you when you live your life to the greatest ability that you have, you understand do your work anyway. I mean, do your work, but understand that what you have is what you get. I promise you if you want to get more, you have to do more. And if you want to do more, you have to give more. But if you want to give more, you have to give more information. Otherwise, information is something that you have to increase over and over and over again in your life so that you understand something. You must understand that every single day is a day of growth. Or else every single day is a day of growth. I promise you I'll grow today because I understand anyway, I must understand something. I must understand a better way. I must understand what today can really teach me. And the best thing that can teach me is be in front of people and public speak. I mean, just be on the edge of life. I mean, when you're standing on the edge of life, I mean, you're looking down and you understand that there's 50,000 feet on the floor and you're just on the edge. And what does that mean? You're free falling. You're really understanding life because you live on the edge. I promise you now, those individuals who stand back from the edge are scared of life. So never be scared of your life. I need you to understand that you must live on the corner of your life. And you must understand that when you're on the corner, you grow. I mean, be on the edge of life. And understand that's the thrill of life. I understand this is the edge because I understand that anything can happen. But I understand that either way, I'm safe because I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for what I do. I love to grow. I understand I never want to be sorry. I understand when I say sorry, I say sorry. I say I'm sorry. I never say sorry. I just say I'm sorry. I understand I put the I am sorry. I understand some people say sorry. I mean, they just say, I mean, the first word is sorry. You don't say just sorry. You say I am sorry. I first. I love you. You don't say love you. You say I love you. I is very important, and Jesus teaches you every single day. Don't cut your I out. I mean I for I love you, and I idea, I inspiration, I integrity, I confidence. I mean everything is I today. I am everything. I am humanity. I am something special. I understand when I grow people to the best foundation in the world, which is communication. I realize anybody who has communicational skills every single day is somebody that's famous. Or else there's somebody that can be Jesus Christ. I understand every single day, you must understand to never be in anything other than high regard every single day. I understand that's the whole point. Or else if you're offended today by Jesus Christ, or else it's because you understand that you need to grow yourself. You have to understand that anybody who doesn't like Jesus Christ is because they're following other people and not Jesus Christ. Or else if you love your family more than me, or else it's because you don't love yourself. I understand it's really love everybody more together. I love you just as much as I love my biological dad. I love you both more. I love everybody more only because that's how you equal. You equal everybody. You equal something very much that you need in terms of what you need is, or else what you need is something great. And understand when you have something great every single day, you talk it up. You talk something special in your life. You actually give an idea. You make sure your business is growing. You make sure every single day you have that nice, beautiful strategy that you need, which is entrepreneurship. I understand I give 600 hours of ideas about entrepreneurship and how to really dwell upon communication and how to really give that nice, beautiful vibe every single day and how to really peak perform and make sure that you become a vegan and lose weight and remove yourself in terms of remove, not yourself, but your nice, beautiful problems from your life, because I'm a problem solver and I solve those problems of yours because that's the service I give. I promise you, if you want to be a billionaire and trillionaire and anything in life, you have to solve the problems. I promise you, I solve more problems than anybody today because I do 1 hour videos every single day. And sometimes 2 and 3 and 4. I can do more than that. I understand that what's important is understand that you have to communicate daily. I promise you, the more you communicate, otherwise the more you'll solve problems. I understand the more solve them, I promise you, the more you solve them in terms of those problems, you understand you never have a problem anymore. You'll be wealthy, you'll be healthy, you'll be able to live life until 100. You'll be able to live 120. You'll be able to live more than that. I promise you now, understand that no matter what you're doing, understand if you're giving up in life, otherwise it's because you're not reading enough. You're not reading more than enough. You must understand, you must read. You must read something. You must inform yourself about the world around you. You must go inform yourself about your passions. You must go do your passions, because if you're giving up, otherwise it's because you're doing other people's passions that is not yours in terms of your passion. Otherwise you can make anything your passion today. You can make anything your passion. Otherwise I don't care what it is. Otherwise you need that information anyway. Otherwise what kind of 9 to 5 job do you do? I mean, there's information about that product. I mean, you need that information. And that information goes for infinity. I mean, that information levels you in all areas of life. I mean, you have to learn that information fast. And you have to learn it faster than the people around you. Otherwise, if you wanted to get promoted for yourself in your 9 to 5 job, you have to understand, you have to learn the product of your 9 to 5 job faster than everybody else. If you want to climb the ladder of corporate ladder or whatever you are doing. Understand what's important is understand that the highest foundation that you can actually get in terms of 9 to 5 is maybe $500,000 a year. I mean, is that it? I mean, you just want to make $500,000 a year in a 9 to 5 job? I mean, come on. I mean, you can make billions of dollars a day being an entrepreneur and without a 9 to 5 job. I mean, don't you want to do that? I mean, why do you want to make $500,000 a year in a 9 to 5 job? I mean, you can make more than that. I mean, do you understand? I mean, understand that what's more important than a 9 to 5 job is working 24/7. I mean, I work 24/7. I mean, I understand that 5 days a week, I understand people go 9 to 5. I mean, they work 8 hours and then they go home and sit on Netflix, and then what do? Or they're not teaching anything. I mean, they're just watching people. I mean, you understand? I mean, they like to watch famous people. But why is that? Or it's because 9 to 5 job is taking away all the time. I mean, they're not corresponding to a better way. Or else they're not, let's say, growing as fast as other people. I'm growing so fast that I never need the 9 to 5 job because I have money saved for the next year. I have money already for the next year. I understand that what's important is understand that you grow your empathy, you grow your skills, you grow your courage, you grow in front of people. And if you cannot do that, you have to. You have to do that. Or else if you want to be famous, you have to grow in front of people. Or else if you don't want to be famous and you just want to be just like the crowd, or else that's your choice. Or else just don't complain. Or else just don't complain about your life then. I mean, if you understand they're going to sack you in a 9 to 5 eventually. I mean, they're going to sack you and they're going to say, you're too old, mate. I mean, you're too old for this company right now. I mean, I have a 23-year-old. I have a 23 young individual. I understand I actually understand that they say 23-year-old. I say 23-year young students. I promise you there's a big difference between old and young. I promise you there's a big difference between old and young. And now most people are growing old together. I'm growing younger over time. I'm 100 years young. I promise you, they're going to call themselves 100 years old. I promise you, I want to be old. I want to be young. I understand forever young. I want to be forever young. I understand that. I just want to be forever young. I don't want to be old anymore. I understand anything that makes you old is food and drinks and sugar and McDonald's. I understand that makes you very old. I understand anything that puts on the weight class is making you very old, because then you have to walk very slowly. I understand when you walk very slowly, I understand it's because of what you're eating. I understand it's because of energy. And now understand veganism helps me to have so much energy and I can run. I am upbeat every single day because I understand the nutrition information. I go and dwell upon that information. I dwell upon every single information in the world. I understand when I see a 200 kilo man or woman and they are laying on the bed only. I mean, that's it. I mean, what are they doing? I mean, they're eating potato chips on the bed as well. I mean, they're 200 kilos. I mean, do you want to live your life like that? I promise you no. I promise you that's not the way to go. So consider yourself very lucky for the nice, beautiful body weight that you have. Because I see 200 kilo people are just sitting on the bed today. I understand that. Understand, that's not the way to live. I mean, what's even better than that is educate yourself about nutrition and stay away from the food you eat so that you can understand how to fast. I promise you, the more you stay away from food, the better for you. I promise you, the more you can stay away from food and educate yourself about food, or else you'll always be healthy. Because understand, Jesus Christ went into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights without food. So understand, you can live 40 days and 40 nights without food. Easily. I mean, just understand, stay away from food and drinks as much as you can. I mean, stay away from it and you understand how you get stronger. You get stronger, you have more energy. You'll be a peak performer. I stay away from food as much as I can. I eat once a day. I eat one time a day. I mean, that's it. I eat here and there. I eat here and there about soy milk. I understand, I drink some soy milk here and there. I understand, about a dinner. About a dinner I eat once a day. I eat dinner once a day and that's it. I understand, my little beautiful recess or lunch is a soy milk. I promise you, that's it. I promise you, soy milk gives me half my body weight of protein. I promise you, I have half my weight of body protein. I understand half of my weight of body protein is actually my soy milk every single day. I understand that soy milk is something very healthy. I understand when you really soy milk your life, you understand veganism. You understand very important thinking strategies. You understand why you have to be very important in your life. I understand that when you're really something much stronger than yourself, you understand why you need to grow yourself. You need to be something much more special. You need to understand a sharp mind, get you there. I promise you now, what's a sharp mind in life? I promise you, a sharp mind is something that reads. You have to be reading and giving that knowledge daily. I understand when you're really giving that knowledge daily, you'll be somebody. I understand that most people don't want to be somebody, but that's not anybody's fault but yours. I promise you, if you don't want to be somebody and you want to be a nobody, I mean, that's your fault. I mean, guess what? I mean, grow up. I mean, grow up and be a somebody and be understanding yourself. I understand just recently, I interviewed a guy. I understand this man doesn't want anything in life. I mean, why don't you want anything? I mean, understand Jesus Christ, and he says no. I mean, why? I mean, why are you blocking yourself from that information? I mean, understand that what's important daily is understand, grow thyself. I mean, understand if you don't want to grow, man, I mean, how can I help you grow then? I mean, understand, I can give you knowledge as much as I can, but I will never prevent you from committing suicide. I'll never prevent you from doing that. Because I understand if I prevent you, I may let you go then and you'll just do it anyway. So realize to hold yourself accountable so you don't ever commit suicide. I don't want you to commit suicide. I want you to grow up. I want you to understand how to really be freedom. I want you to understand independence. I want you to understand interdependence every single day. I need you to understand every single day you do something much more according to your life. You understand greatness. You understand something that's really key. You understand how to grow. You understand growing in front of people. I mean, that's the only way. I mean, how else do you grow? You grow in front of people. I mean, that's the best way, because it's better to be in front of people while growing than without people and growing. I promise you, when it's without people and growing, I realize then you're with the lions. You're with the lions and tigers, and you're growing with the gorilla. You're actually becoming Tarzan and Wonder Woman over there in the jungle. I understand there's no people anymore. I understand that. I understand that you're still a human being, aren't you? Or else everybody's a human being. I understand a being is something spiritual. I understand a being is actually something of God. Or else everything has God in it. I understand the information products. I understand everybody has it right now. I understand everybody's learning information products regardless. But you have to learn faster information than anybody else. You have to learn that information, because information is a skill. The more skills you have, I understand the more information you have. I understand the more information you have, or else the more skills you have. And the more skills you have, or else the more you make. Or else the more you make money, or else the more you make anything. Because you have a service, you have a product, you have information. I mean, what's an iPhone? Or else an iPhone is information. I mean, how do you make an iPhone? I mean, you make it for information. I mean, how do you make anything in life? You make it for information. I mean, you say you put this together and this together. I mean, that's all information. I mean, understand that life is information. I mean, your life is information. And the individual you are today is because of the information you have. Otherwise, if you're a heroin addict, otherwise it's because you hang around them. You hang around those people who actually do drugs and who just want to be like that. I mean, you're not seeking new people to learn from. I seek new people and new personas all the time. I look for a new individual who's public speaking, or a new kid or something like that. I understand we're all kids. Or else we're all kids. I realize everybody's a baby. I'm a baby. I understand when I go and learn from babies, I love to learn from everybody. I don't love to just learn from just one specific person when I have everything to learn from. I learn from everything. I learn from Jesus Christ. I learn from everything. I promise you, Jesus Christ is the only teacher that can actually teach you the most. I promise you now, you will understand that no matter what, you actually teach yourself even more when you follow Jesus Christ. You'll teach yourself everything when you understand to walk alone. I never walk with the boys, man. I never walk with the girls either. I walk alone. I'm a wolf. I'm a wolf. I'm not the sheep. I'm an eagle. I'm not the ducks. I understand that no matter what, that what's important is understand to go and really be much more mature about your communication daily, because if a 28-year young individual like I am can do it, I mean, and you're whatever age and you never public speak in front of a street performance, I mean, you have to do it as well. I mean, you have to go and do it anyway. I understand that when you're public speaking every single day in front of a street, you're going to learn something. You're going to learn how to grow. You're going to learn how to be. You're going to learn how to succeed. You have to succeed. I mean, I want you out of the 9 to 5. I don't want you guys to be in the 9 to 5. I understand that what a 9 to 5 does is not a good idea. I understand that what 24/7 work does is something entrepreneurship and something that's really amazing. I understand when you really understand Jim Rohn and I realize when you understand Jesus Christ, I realize Jesus Christ will never do the police force. I understand Jesus Christ has something better to do than the 9 to 5 work only. I promise you, I'm always really understanding my growth potential. I understand when I grow, I understand I really do something that's really productive every single day. I stay away from the ice cream now for 5 years. I'm very disciplined for myself in my eye. I thank you. I understand what's important is I understand that I stay away from that white sugar. I understand that white sugar kills me. I understand I stay away from it. So it really kills my eye. I understand, although I understand, I just stay away from that white stuff. I understand, I stay away from the cocaine. I stay away from the white stuff. I stay away from meth. I stay away from all these drugs because I understand that is not the way to go. I understand that's not the way to be. I understand the only way to be is making sure that you go sober and understand your life is ahead of you right now. I mean, you have a whole life ahead of you. I understand that most people don't want to grow up. I mean, you have to grow up. You have to be more mature so you can understand more wisdom. I promise you, when you understand more wisdom today, you understand why you can communicate through anything. I mean, no matter how intimidating anybody looks, I realize once you communicate a bit faster every single day, I mean, you're not intimidated by anybody. I understand, I mean, you could say 50,000 words in front of people, and guess what? I realize they just leave very fast. I mean, do you understand? Because guess what's important? I realize it's really growth potential. I realize if anybody wants to stop your words, I realize it's because they don't like you. I realize if they're saying turn down your music, I realize it's because they don't like you. I realize they don't like themselves. I realize they don't like music and they're telling you to turn your music down. I mean, understand that what's important is always have music playing, even when people are turning it down. I mean, when you're turning down your music, I mean, still be with music. I mean, understand, silence is music. I understand when somebody wants to turn down your music, you still must have music in your life. I mean, just make sure you turn it back up again. I mean, what's important is understand that anything that you have in life, you shall receive when you ask more. Or else when you ask more, you have more. Understand when you have more, you actually make sure you get the information about it. Understand when you get the information every single day, you go and really be courageous about what you're doing. Understand that's the whole point. Or else it's really train yourself to go and grow up every single day. I mean, you guys have to public speak as well. I mean, that's what leadership is. Understand that's what I can do, or else anybody can do it. Understand anybody can be a public speaker. I mean, it's just do it first. Understand when you do it, understand then you understand why I'm 28. I'm still ahead of my life. I'm still ahead of my life. I understand every single day, I'm still doing something great every single day. I mean, it doesn't matter how big you are, man. I mean, a little short midget can do it. I mean, anybody can do it. I mean, a little baby can do it. I mean, everything can do it. I mean, just understand that when you really grow up, you understand famous is right now. I mean, understand fame is something that you can do. I mean, understand that you just have to have something of great quality. You need to be able to sing. I mean, you need to be able to act. You need to be able to be on TV. You need to be able to play some sport. You need to be able to do whatever you do, but do it greater. I mean, do it greater and you'll learn something. You learn something by being greater every single day. I mean, understand when you're communicating daily, you communicate everywhere and you learn how to do so. I mean, learn every single day how to be much more courageous. I mean, understand why you have to be more free about your life. I mean, freedom is something away from the 9 to 5. I don't want police to be in the 9 to 5 all their life. I understand that's not the way. I promise you the way is travel and be famous and more famous than your peers. I promise you, isn't that nice? I promise you that's even better. I promise you it's much better when you're famous more than your peers today. I promise you that's nice. I promise you when you look like Jesus Christ fame today, I promise you, and everybody else is a police officer, I understand that. I understand what Jesus Christ is. I understand he's famous, isn't he? I understand that's where you need to be today. You need to be that famous. I understand that's why I'm doing these videos today. I understand that's why I have a YouTube channel. Or else that's why my information, that 600 hours on YouTube and more, is going to go down generations and teach people something. I realize that kind of fame I have. I realize the more I do, the better. When I really grow up every single day, I understand that's what potential is. It's really potential yourself to greatness every single day. You have to. When you're really funny every single day, you can also be a comedian. You can also do whatever you want to do. Just make sure you admire somebody that can really communicate every single day. It's very important. They understand that whatever's going on today, just understand yourself first. Forget the coronavirus. Love yourself more than the coronavirus. Do you understand? Whatever's happening is understand that nobody's killing each other today. I understand that what's important is make sure that you never kill yourself in the first place. Alright, now make sure that you never kill yourself. Just make sure you understand that you go and prevent anything that may cause you to cause suicide. I understand that when you really go and really dwell upon a nice, beautiful life for yourself, you really understand something greater for yourself. You understand courage, you understand something of empathy, you understand every single day you're going to really boost that nice, beautiful quality of information in your life, and you understand why you can actually communicate even in front of everybody. Everybody, and that's the whole idea, that you understand that no matter what, it's my first nice, beautiful public speaking event at the Opera House here. My first one in over 115 hours I've been doing it on the street, or it was my first hours over here. I understand either way. I understand now I'm much better than 115 hours ago in terms of my public speaking events. That what's important is make sure that you start first, and then you understand how a public speaker is. And then you understand every single day that the crowd will look at you. Isn't that beautiful when everybody's looking at you and you're the baby and everybody else is a baby and everybody else is looking at you though? Either way, understand you must grow. You must be something of a classic in your life. Be a classic. Be modern. Anything that's classical is today. Today is the classical way. Jesus Christ is the classical way. Jesus Christ is the nice, beautiful, modern way, because that's the discipline. Delay gratification, and thou shalt not kill. Follow the 10 commandments. Otherwise you'll fall out in the police prison. Even the police officers have to follow that. Everybody has to follow the 10 commandments. Everybody has to follow the 10 commandments. What makes you so special today? You must be special more and more. You must understand that no matter what you're doing every single day, you must understand that when you grow up, you understand how you're going to be more. You're going to be more, you're going to do more, you're going to love more, you're going to run more. You have to understand that no matter what, you have to exercise. You have to exercise every single day. So just go have a walk somewhere. You don't have to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger with the big muscles and all that. Look like Jesus Christ muscles every single day and walk like Jesus Christ, and understand either way, that way you'll have the life you deserve. I understand when I go and really perform on the street and do something very amazing every single day, I do it in Sydney, I do it somewhere around Australia, I do it somewhere around the world, because I get some invites every single day. I understand people call me everywhere, because I understand that what's important is my attitude. I realize the attitude that I bring to the table, I teach people everything about products and everything in terms of my nice, beautiful information, because my information is a commodity and it's something that grows you and gives you ideas, because every single day I'm filling up with ideas. I go and learn about products every single day. Just yesterday I read for 4 hours. Just yesterday I understand no matter what, I make some music as well. I understand that no matter what, I have a nice, beautiful music session tonight. I understand you guys may be clubbing tonight. I'll go make some music. I have a nice, beautiful digital audio workstation, and I'll turn up that nice, beautiful music on mine. And in 10 years' time, you'll find me at Home Bar, you'll find me at Marquee, you'll find me around the world DJing everywhere. I promise you, because while you're going to a nightclub for the next 10 years, I said I'll be going around the world, traveling and clubbing on a DJ set. I said, it's worth the 10 years. Either way, understand that what's worth it is do something that you're really interested about in your life. Do something that's your talent. What's your talent? I realize it's an information product. I'm saying something about information that you love today. There's an information product or something that's information today that you love. I promise you, that's what you talk about all day long. You talk about your passions all day long. Talk about something of information all day long. Whatever you love to talk about. It can be anything. Just talk about it more. When you come up with another idea about to talk about something, just go and talk about that too. When you say, how about my brother? Talk about your brother too. How about my sister? Talk about your sister. How about sex? Talk about sex too. Talk about everything. Do you understand? I promise you, although that pleasure with other people is not the way, I promise you, pleasure with yourself, I promise you, pleasure with yourself is not the way either. I promise you, what the way is, I realize, is giving knowledge. I understand when I give you knowledge and people look at me, I promise you, that's the whole pleasure in the world. I promise you, it's really that discipline that you need. You need that discipline of yours every single day to increase, because that's something very foundational. Understand that I never like to waste time. I understand that just recently, I understand that no matter what, that when you call up somebody and they really waste your time, I understand either way, that what's important is understand. I understand that when I call, for example, Centrelink or something like that, and they put me on a nice, beautiful robot system or something like that, and I understand that they don't solve my question. I understand that it's because they waste my time. I understand, although I make sure I stay away from them altogether, because I don't need Centrelink in my life. I don't need other people in my life. I just need I don't need my biological dad. I don't need anybody other than I today.
Do you understand that you're in the yellow zone of circular quitting?
I do have a muscle license.
Yes, but at the moment, under the public health order for tonight and New Year's Eve, you have to be only treating through just for tonight. It can't just be...
I understand. I'll take off. Thank you, boss. I understand, guys, the police don't want me to be here. I understand. I understand I have to go, so sometimes when the police actually say this, you have to just go, because otherwise you go to jail or something.
Well, welcome you guys into our next segment over here. I understand that what's important is understand that this doesn't have to be my last previous video, but guess what? I can understand that I can go and upload a new video here, and I can understand that it can make myself worth it to understand that it's another video and it's another part of the sequence. I understand just recently I just went to the Opera House. I understand at this time I'm continuing my nice beautiful session over here, because I understand that what's today, otherwise it's New Year's Day. I understand it's really New Year's Eve, so happy New Year's Eve and happy New Year's in terms of life. I understand that no matter what, I understand every single day, regardless of the weather and regardless of what's going on around the world, I come and do my work, I come and do something on YouTube, I come and do something on social media to help people. I understand I just make sure that I record myself along the way. So when you walk away, I understand that it's going to be recorded anyway because I understand I have to increase my legacy somehow. I have to understand I have to be famous. I say Happy New Year. I say thank you very much. I understand every single day I'm always growing. I'm always making sure that I go and really be abundant for myself. I understand when I go and really do something that's really, let's say, much more spiritual than anything in the world, I understand I have to communicate. I have to communicate daily so that I can go and be somebody. I understand when I be somebody, I understand every single day I go and look for an idea. I understand that sometimes, I understand the police will come say, hey, I need you to get away from here because it's only a transit, which means it's only come through and go. I mean, sometimes when you're busking, I understand on New Year's Day, I understand either way that just recently the police officers say, hey, I understand it's a transit today, and it's just for today though. I understand either way, no matter what, I'll come back on New Year's Day. I understand either way that I'm always never coming back, I'm coming forward. I understand I go forward every single day, I go and really dwell upon my life, and I'll be alone today. I have no other friends except I today. I understand there's no true friends in life other than you today, and that's it. I understand that what a true friend does is grow you. I understand anybody who's growing you today is your best friend. I promise you, anybody who's really, let's say, dying with you, you must understand that is not growth, and that means you're not even your true friend. I'm my only truest friend in life because I understand I grow here. I grow together with myself. I have a big community over here, and it's really I, and that's that. I never need anybody else. I don't need your audience. I don't need anybody else's audience. I don't need an audience. I just need I understand. I just realize that no matter what, I'm always much more gravitating toward something greater. I understand when I go and do something greater, I understand it doesn't matter how tall you are, or it doesn't matter how short you are, or that anybody else can be much more successful than you. I understand anybody can be much more successful. I mean, look at Jesus Christ. I understand Jesus Christ is so big, but I understand Jesus Christ will teach you something. I understand that's why I'm always understanding how to follow Jesus Christ. I understand when I follow Jesus Christ, I mean, just understand, just because you have bigger muscles than somebody who's a midget, I mean, understand that it doesn't make you stronger than the midget. I mean, do you understand? I mean, it doesn't matter how big your muscles are. I mean, it matters how much are you communicating. I mean, I understand that no matter what you're doing, or else it doesn't matter where you are. I mean, you can be on a wheelchair. I mean, you can be whatever. I mean, just communicate and really learn how to dwell upon yourself, upon life, to understand how to really live life to the greatest aspect. I mean, thank you very much. I say Happy New Year. I say thank you. I understand every single day, it's really understand that no matter what you're doing every single day, I mean, wish people a Happy New Year's Eve as well, so Happy New Year's Eve, and understand that no matter what, that it's really just make sure that you're foundational about what you're doing, but just do your work. I mean, do something that you love to do, And understand that no matter what you're doing, I mean, even if you die today, I mean, realize this, that you will live in eternity, and understand that it's not a depressing day ever. I mean, it's never a depressing day, but understand to lift yourself with your own communication skills, because other people will not be there for you. I promise you, nobody else will be there for you. I promise you, your wife and your kids and your husband and your kids and their kids and their kids and their wives and their wives and their husbands are not going to be there for you. I promise you, your family will not be there for you, but you must be there for you. I promise you now, if you're not even there for you, or does it means you've wandered off, or does it means you've gone with the sheep, and it means that you're with the crowd, and it means you're not following Jesus. I am always here for me because my family is always here for me, because I understand I'm here. I'm here because I understand to live my life to the greatest ability. I understand when I do that, I never need the stupid opera house and the fireworks at the Sydney Harbour Bridge, because I went there and they're saying that you have to reserve a restaurant to get inside. I understand that it's $100 per seat, but guess what? I can afford it. I just don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I understand that it's really not my type of... I understand it's not my cup of tea. I understand that what I need to understand, it's really understand that you never block yourself in the first place, or else if you want to do anything, you go. I understand that if something much more important is happening in your life, you just don't go. And that's why I don't want to go over there, because I understand they close up the nice, beautiful harbour bridge so that they reserve it just for the restaurants. And that's it. I mean, it's not the New Year's that it was before. And I understand I never want to go there. I understand I never want to go there when it's not as good as before. I mean, you understand? I mean, before, I understand there's thousands of people there, and now I understand there's only a few hundred. I mean, that's not the kind of Harbour Bridge, nice, beautiful fireworks in 2020 and how it goes for 2021, or else that's not how it goes anymore. Or else if you keep doing this, guys, I understand either way, you guys will always have that, and that's it. Or else then you'll close down the restaurants as well, and then guess what's going to happen? Or else everybody's just going to go away from that stupid fireworks in Sydney, or else that's not important anymore. Or else it's not important anymore when they're closing down the stupid thing. Or else it's really understand that what's important is understand if you're somebody over there now, and you're very special, aren't you? You're a security guard over there, you're working 9 to 5, 12 hours over there. I understand either way, I mean, good luck. I mean, good luck, because guess what? I don't even want to watch the nice, beautiful, stupid fireworks on television. I mean, do you understand? I mean, understand you close down the stupid Harbour Bridge for people. I mean, guess what? I mean, you close it down for yourself. I mean, either way, I understand that there's always something better to do. I understand there's always something better to do than stupid fireworks in Sydney every year. I mean, do you understand? I mean, I have something better to do than that in life. I don't go where they are. I don't go where the police are anymore. I don't want to be where the police are, because I understand they stop my nice, beautiful recording as well. I understand they're always trying to put blame on people. I understand they're always trying to make sure that you have nothing. I understand either way, understand that you have something. You have your work, you have Jesus Christ. So understand that if somebody's trying to close down something, I mean, just don't go there anymore. I mean, just tear apart the whole Harbour Bridge. I mean, why are you even broadcasting it online anymore? I mean, why are you even doing it? Because you're worse than yesterday. I mean, I understand the governments and all that and what they're doing. I understand they're really blocking people from going to the Harbour Bridge today. I mean, they're closing roads and all this. I mean, it's not important, because guess what? I realise they're going to say at the door, I mean, you need a reservation, mate. I mean, if you want to get in, you need a reservation with the restaurant. But the restaurants are full, aren't they? I mean, stand on the street over there. I mean, why are you even closing the street for? I mean, understand that what's important is understand to go somewhere better and somewhere where it's happier, where there's no police officers, because they just try to ruin your life. I understand they're always trying to do what they're getting told to do. I understand I never go where police are. I never go where police are. I never want to go there. I understand they're always causing trouble, those police officers. I understand every single day, I just go and live my life somewhere without police officers in my life. I understand I never want to be around them ever again. I never want to be around police officers ever again. I never want to be around them. I understand that what's important is make sure that whatever's happening around the world is go live your life to the greatest aspect of your life. I understand I'm here. I mean, come and shut me down again. I mean, that what's important is understand that what you need every single day is a greater life. Understand that what you want to do every single day is clean yourself out in a way that you understand that wherever you are, you must be cleaning yourself in terms of a cleaner. You must be a cleaner in your life to understand you must clean anything that's dirty in your life. I mean, understand, you go and remove that dirty palace in your life. I mean, go and be clean. I mean, be a clean individual. I mean, understand that whatever you want in daily life, you can only get it in a better way. I promise you, when you go and really dwell upon something great every single day, you find a way. You find a way to speak, you find a way to say something, you find a way to do your work on the street sometimes, and you find a way to really dwell upon what you're saying every single day, because it's about lifting people regardless. I mean, regardless of the time and regardless of what's happening around the world, you must be lifting I mean, it's either you're lifting or delifting. I mean, what? I mean, what is it? I mean, it's either you're inspirational or not. I mean, what are you? I mean, understand that if you want to be an inspiration, you have to do more than me. You have to do more and more and more content. I thank you. I say Happy New Year's. I say thank you very much. I understand that no matter what, I don't expect a Happy New Year's in return. I understand that what's amazing is just go and say it. I mean, just say it anyway, and just say that no matter what you're saying, you must say something great. I understand that. Just realize this. I mean, just realize that whatever you have going for you every single day is something motivational. I mean, make sure that nobody else can really kick you down or do something to, let's say, depress you. Because I understand a lot of police officers try to do that, and a lot of the governments today are trying to depress you, and they're trying to kick you down. But guess what? I'm here lifting myself up, aren't I? I mean, you can never kick me down, man. I mean, they try to kick down Jesus Christ as well, and guess what? I realize Jesus Christ is on the cross. I mean, Jesus Christ is above them all. I mean, do you understand? Because understand either way that Jesus is famous. I mean, guess what? I realize if you want to kill somebody, I mean, understand to never do it. I mean, understand that it's not the way to go. Understand that what the way to go is, understand that whatever's happening around the world must be better. You must be better. I mean, forget everybody else. I mean, I live my life so that I can have all the skills. I mean, if you never show up in my nice, beautiful videos over here, I mean, I never need you. I'm here to grow myself, and that's it. I'm doing the work. I mean, you're just listening. I mean, you're about to do this. I mean, if you're not about to do this, then guess what? I mean, what are you doing? I mean, guess what? But the whole point to listen to my nice, beautiful program here is get up on the street and understand why I'm here for 115 hours or more. I mean, do you understand? Because I understand how to grow in front of people. I understand that's very inspirational. I understand that no matter what, that it's my first New Year's Day, in terms of New Year's Eve, where I'm public speaking this time, at 28 years of age. I understand that's very important. I understand that for the next 72 years, I have a nice, beautiful accommodation center here in nice, beautiful Q Space Hotel. And I understand that this time, I can be here all the time when I'm in Sydney. Because if I'm single, I understand if I'm single, I just go to Q Space Hotel because it's just one bedroom. And that's it. I understand that's beautiful for me because I never have to go to a woman. I never have to go to kids. I never have to go to anybody else except I. I mean, isn't that nice when I never have to visit your family anymore? I never have to go to where your kids are and where your family is and where your friends are and where their friends are and where their friends are. And then eventually, for those friends, I never have to go there. I never have to see all those people because it just keeps going, doesn't it? Or else friends of friends and friends of friends understands the whole world. But I just stay away from all of you. I stay away from all of you because I don't need you in my life. I don't need anybody who's watching this video in my life. I don't need anything else other than I just go towards Jesus every single day and I follow my Jesus Christ. I understand either way. I just go and get that knowledge and I live my life to the best aspect of my life. And then, I mean, regardless whether you listen to me or not, I understand I have so much knowledge to give you every single day. And if you don't want that knowledge, I mean, listen to Jesus Christ knowledge then. I understand it's the same kind of knowledge every single day. I understand that what's important is understand that you speak up and speak up so much that you love your life and that's it. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, the best thing you can do is live alone and understand that you keep doing your work. I mean, keep doing your work and be away from other people. I mean, be away from trouble and violence. I mean, be away from those people who are closing down stuff in the Harbour Bridge for coronavirus. I mean, be away from them because understand this, you don't need to be where police is. I mean, as soon as you see the police, I realize they want to put you in jail. I realize they want to put you in jail because that's what they do. So be away from people who want to put you in jail. I mean, it's common sense. So understand that what you want to do is be away from the crowds anyway. I understand that no matter what, that every single day I perform and do something very amazing, I understand that it's really that I go and be much better than what everybody else is doing. I understand many people wearing that coronavirus mask. I'll never wear that mask in my life. I only wear it when I go on the highway and I promote myself on the highway, where all these gas is in terms of the petrol and all that. I realize that's when I go and promote with myself with that nice beautiful mask. But not because of the coronavirus. I mean, do you understand? But guess what? I don't even go on the street performance in terms of the highway. I don't even raise the nice beautiful post anymore of my name on the highway because what I do is I come here and I do it. I do it on a street performance now. I don't want to go on a nice beautiful highway where there's all these cars and hold my sign for 10 hours so that I can promote myself there. I don't want to do that. I want to promote myself another way. I promote myself. I love to promote myself. I just don't want to do it on the highway anymore. I don't want to do it on the M5 and the M7. I don't want to do it on Caramagga Road or whatever. I understand that what's important is I go and grow myself on YouTube and I promote myself on YouTube always. I promise you, YouTube, I can do it. I can do it. I can do something very important every single day. I understand that what's important is go and really find some foundation. I mean, understand this. I was just at Opera House and understand that no matter what, that I understand many police officers over there. I understand that police are looking at me, and I'm understanding to just speak over here. I'm just speaking. I'm looking to see what they're going to do. I understand that either way, one comes up to me and says, this is a transit area. I mean, after 55 minutes of public speaking. I understand either way that what's important is understand that I grew my confidence in that moment because there's 20 of them watching me. I understand that either way, that it's really understand that they're very shifty people. I understand those police officers, I understand that it's really, be away from them. I mean, be away from anybody who's shifty and anybody who's doing illegal matters. I mean, be away from most of the people on the planet and just stay with yourself, and that's it. I mean, stay away from everybody except yourself. I mean, the best aspect of life is understand when you go your way, you will find the best way because it's nobody else in terms of life that's very important except you today. I promise you, you are the most important in your life. You must understand that when you stay away from other people, you'll find the best way. And I promise you that no matter what, it's not that they are going to parties and it's not that they have a party going at New Year's. I promise you, it's not because they're having an orgy or because they're having sex with other individuals or kissing on New Year's Eve. I promise you, it's not about that anymore. I promise you, it's not about that because look at Jesus Christ. I mean, look at Jesus Christ. I mean, what does Jesus Christ do on New Year's? I mean, Jesus Christ celebrates. And that's it. I mean, enjoy and have some music and whatever, but understand Jesus Christ doesn't do drinking drugs and having sex on New Year's with other people. I mean, doesn't go kissing other people in terms of putting your tongue in your mouth. I mean, putting your tongue in other people's mouths. I mean, that's not what Jesus does. I mean, what is very important is understand that it's not about that anymore. Or it's not about pleasure with other people. I mean, stop seeking pleasure from other people. I mean, understand that if you're seeking pleasure from other people and you need sex and you're hungry for sex you're hungry for sex with other people. I mean, that's not the way to go. I mean, be hungry to succeed and help other people. I mean, let them have all the sex in the world, but you will be more successful because they're just wasting time. I mean, big deal. I mean, big deal. They have that type of skin. I mean, they have that type of woman who has that type of skin and booty. I mean, who cares? I mean, who cares about that? I mean, seriously. I mean, is she with you? I mean, is she with you? I mean, why do you care about that guy and what he has? I mean, look at what you have. I mean, why do you care that you ladies have in terms of, I mean, why do you care that you ladies are watching those guys who have those other women or men? I mean, understand that it's not about them either. I mean, understand that just because that guy has a muscular intent like this or something and another woman has her in terms of has him, I mean, why do you need that in your life? I mean, what for? I mean, understand Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ says you don't need him. You don't need those people. You don't need that woman. You don't need that man. You just need yourself every single day and understand it's not about seeking them. Or it's about seeking knowledge today. I promise you, it's not about flesh and skin today. I promise you, it's about knowledge. I give you the knowledge. I promise you, the knowledge is something important. But I understand in Cairns, I understand one woman doesn't want to go for me because of 1 centimeter muscle. Or else I understand another guy has a 1 centimeter bigger muscle than me and she wants him more. I understand, although I understand that is not the way to go either. I mean, because of my nose, you don't want to go for me because of my nose? I mean, I don't really want to be around those people in the first place who say that. Or else if they don't like one part of you, or else don't be around them. I mean, do you understand? Or else if they don't accept you totally, I mean, do not be around them because they're just scum people. I mean, do you understand? I mean, they're just people who are stupid and they're unaware. I mean, I stay away from those people. I stay away from anybody who just wastes my time. I love to go where the ideas are. I love to make sure that I'm always giving that knowledge every single day. But I understand that when I was kicked out recently of, let's say, the nice, beautiful opera house with I understand that what's important is I came here and here I am. And what's important here is that I go and really continue my next hour. Because I already did my 1 hour over there. I mean, do you understand? I just continue another hour over here. I'm very motivated, so I may as well just start public speaking and just start doing my nice, beautiful work in a different way. Because I understand I'll upload 2 videos today into YouTube and I may do a third. I may do a third hour, I don't know. But I understand that what's important is that I just go and grow and outgrow thyself all the time so that I can increase that strength of mine so that I can go and find and have that beautiful resilience going. Because I understand when somebody stops your work, I mean, go find somewhere else to do it. And that's what I'm doing because that's how you build resilience. You build resilience when other people are trying to stop you, you go somewhere else and do it. But if somebody stops you, or else if somebody stops you and you never get back up and you never start doing your work again, or else it's because you're not building resilience and you're not confident in yourself to continue your life. I mean, life's going to throw some life's going to throw some curveballs at you, and there are going to be obstacles, but remove them totally. I mean, make sure you understand when life throws some curveballs and some obstacles at you, that you understand that it's never at you anymore, because you've removed it from your life. I mean, if you're throwing obstacles and curveballs at me in life, and your life itself, I'll go somewhere else. I'll go somewhere else where you can never do that for me anymore. I mean, imagine you're throwing rocks at me, I'll just go over there, because that means that you'll never be over there, in terms of you'll never throw rocks at me again. Whereas now, I'll never go over there, I'll still be in the moment, but I'll go somewhere else in a better way, so that you are not in my face. Because when they're trying to prevent you, you just never prevent yourself from doing what you love to do. And that's why I'm here today. I understand that I stand for something greater. I understand when I go and really dwell upon communication skills, I lead myself through that communication. I lead myself through the nice, beautiful empathy and what I've given already, because my database is what I've given. And that's all you have. Otherwise, what you have in life is what you make of it. But what you make of it must be knowledge. And now, what you make of it, you must understand that nice, beautiful saying. You must understand that what you make of your life is what you have. But if I give more, I make of my life more. So that's what I have. I have more than. So if I give 600 hours of knowledge and you give 1 hour of knowledge, I have more than you, because that's what I make of it. I make more in life than you, because that's what I make of it. I mean, understand that when I go and make more and more and more than anybody else, I always have much more happiness. I always have everything much more, because I deserve it. I give and put in the work. So what you sow is what you reap. Otherwise, if I sow more than you, and I will then benefit more than you, I will reap more than you. So understand, it's not about poker anymore. It's not about blackjack and the casino. I stay away from the casino in Sydney. I stay away from the Harbour Bridge now and Opera House forever. I mean, forever. I don't ever want to go there anymore. I don't want to go there anymore because of what's happening. So understand either way that this coronavirus can be going on for 72 years. You never know. But I say, but I'll never go there again because of what's happening. So realize that no matter what, that when you are taking people's privileges like this, I mean, understand they're creating an event. But understand that it's not important anymore. Otherwise, it's not important when they kick you out, is it? I mean, it's not important anymore, so go find something else to do. Otherwise, when they kick you out of a party, I mean, don't go there anymore. I mean, if they kick you out of the place or of a group, otherwise, if they kick you out of a community or and they kick you out of a group or something like that, I mean, just don't be there anymore and don't be with those people, because they kick you out. I mean, they don't love you. I mean, anything that kicks you out doesn't love you. So I welcome you all the time, but understand that I have my own life. So I'll never kick you out. I'll say, you're welcome all the time to give me ideas and to talk to me online, but it's not like that I would never kick you out. I'll never kick you out in the first place. So I understand that I'll never kick you out. I understand that either way, that what's important is just realize that whatever you're doing in life must be greater. You must understand that if you have greatness in you, you can do it today. You have greatness today. I promise you, everybody has greatness. But understand this, I promise you, greatness is a quality. And it's really understanding how to give that quality every day. I mean, what is that quality? I understand greatness is information. So the more information you have, the greater you are. I mean, it's that simple, isn't it? Otherwise, the more you read, the greater you are. I promise you, it's that simple. So you have to be your own student. You have to be your whole guru. You have to be helping yourself all the time to succeed, because that's the only way you really grow. You grow through making sure that you have much more than everybody else. I promise you, that's the only way. Thank you. I promise you, every single day, I'm making sure I grow much more than everybody else. I realize this is much more important for me than the Harbour Bridge. I promise you, I have a legacy on YouTube. I promise you, this is something. I have a legacy to do. I promise you, the Harbour Bridge is not going to make my legacy. I thank you. I thank you. I understand that every single day, I go and make something of my life. I understand that when I do that, I make sure I go and do my work, because information work is where I need to go. I need to go where information work is and not where Sydney Harbour Bridge is. Because guess what? Otherwise, I can watch that nice, beautiful show in terms of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I can watch it. I can just go and see the thumbnails of the nice, beautiful fireworks online. I mean, it's so quick, I can watch it. I realize it just goes for 30 minutes. I mean, just relax. I mean, it just goes for 30 minutes. I mean, guess what? I realize that what's important is understand that every single day, you must understand that if people don't invite you, I mean, just don't go. I mean, if people don't invite you somewhere, I mean, just realize that you are somewhere else in terms of life where you're just much better than them. You're just making sure you're in the moment. You just make sure that every single day, that what you have every single day is a better you. You must have a more beautiful you. You must understand. Thank you. I wish you guys a happy new year. I understand that what's amazing every single day is I come here and I do a nice, beautiful street performance, because I do some public speaking and communicational work. You can always find me on YouTube and my Instagram. I thank you. I thank you. I mean, every single day, I just make sure every single day I'm making my life worth it. I'm making my life worth it daily because I understand something. I understand that I come here and every single day is just a regular day that is in growth. I understand I'm always growing. I realize every day is a growth day. I mean, when you're growing, I realize it's extraordinary. I mean, I realize when it's extraordinary, you understand that no matter what, that you're going to live to the best potential that you can, because that's how you make it worth it. You make your life worth it. You make your life as much as you can, and you make sure that you go and achieve all your goals. But to achieve all your goals, you have to write it down. You have to put it in a video. You have to teach people how to achieve those goals. You have to teach people how to write. You have to teach people how to comprehend. You have to teach people something of your life. I mean, you have to teach people how to do the yo-yo. You have to teach people how to dress, how you dress. You have to understand that. You have to teach people about your life. I promise you that's worth it. I realize that what's worth it every single day is making a name for yourself. I mean, make a name for yourself and just keep consistent. I mean, if you love your work so much, you'll keep consistent every single day to go and do what you love to do. I mean, every single day, I understand from the 2nd of January 2021, you can find me at Pitt Street Mall, because that's when the Nice Beautiful street performance comes back into place. Because I understand from the 14th, in terms of the 12th of December to about the 1st of January, I understand they close the spots in terms of the Pitt Street. So I understand that no matter what, you guys can always go there after the 2nd of January because they didn't close it from that point. So I understand that no matter what, or else if you go somewhere where it's closed to do busking, or else they fine you. I understand they say, hey, or else we already said in an email that you received in terms of your life. So either way, understand that no matter what, that when it's closed, I realize you must not go when it's closed in terms of your life. Or realize that what you must understand is open doors. You must open doors, but go somewhere better. I mean, when they close it, you go somewhere better. I promise you that's it. I promise you that anything in life, in terms of life, I only have I. But what I have is something greater. I understand that what I can do today in terms of my life is I understand that no matter what, I have my nice beautiful accommodation. I understand that either way, I'll go there. Because I understand that either way, I understand that no matter what, I understand it's much better that I go and live my life and just be happier. I promise you, it's much better that I understand that no matter what, that I can go and watch the fireworks also. I understand I can go watch the fireworks also, but I understand that it's really, I have to find a place where I can go. I understand I have to go somewhere else. I have to go somewhere else where I can go and watch the fireworks. But I understand either way, that what's important is I don't have to watch the fireworks. I don't have to watch it. I don't need to watch it. I've watched it before already in terms of my eye. I understand that what's important is understand that anything that somebody is trying to prevent you with, I mean, understand you never prevent yourself. I mean, make sure that you go and feel throughout life. I mean, feel your life and see how are you growing. I mean, see how many ideas is she giving you. I mean, how many ideas is he giving you. I mean, you must understand to be giving each other ideas more and more and more, because guess what? I realize that's what leadership is. I realize the more ideas you have, the better for you. I understand when you don't want to look at me, but you want to look at him because you guys have sex or something. I realize it's because you love him more than me because he fucks you. I understand, although that's not the way to go either. I understand that what's important is understanding is just a word. I understand that you must understand it's because you guys are having sex, or else isn't that correct? I understand either way, you must understand that it's because you must understand this. I understand when I swear for a reason. I swear because I understand that I understand myself. I understand myself in I. I understand I know who I am in my I. I understand, although it's not rude to understand when you're teaching something about it, or else when you're teaching something about it, you can swear. I understand either way that what's important is just never love other people anything other than more. You must love everything more than itself. I understand either way that what's important is just make sure that when you're swearing, you swear for a reason that's much better only. I mean, don't swear in a way that you're causing violence, but make sure that you never even swear in the first place. I understand when I swear, I just make sure I go and never swear. I realize that's the only way. I understand that what's important is make sure that when you're doing anything in life, you must understand to love everybody equally. Because I understand that when you're giving other people attention more than other people, or else you must give yourself the attention the most. Or else your attention only is so great. I mean, just make sure every single day, you have to understand that most people are going to be depressing. So be around yourself the most. I understand when you're around yourself, I understand that what's important is just realize that no matter what you're doing, I mean, just really criticize yourself to never swear. I mean, I understand that it's rude, but understand is it really? I mean, is it really to say fuck you? I mean, is it really rude? I mean, either way. I mean, understand that it's rude. I mean, understand that it's rude to say F you. I mean, do you understand? Because where's the I in that? I mean, you have to put I fuck you. I mean, now that's nice and beautiful, isn't it? I mean, that's nice. I mean, that's nice to say. When you say to somebody, I love you, I fuck you. I mean, I mean, do you understand? But this is a nice, beautiful joke here. I'm just joking. I understand that either way, what's important is understand that when you go and really do anything in life, I mean, go and be the best you can. I mean, I make mistakes, but guess what? I grow from it. I grow from my mistakes. I understand that if you just keep fucking in terms of your words and you just keep saying fuck and fuck and fuck and fuck in your every single word, I understand that's because you're lacking communication skills. I mean, do you understand? I mean, understand to use some other words other than those words. I mean, use some other words that is not those words. I mean, that way you understand growth. You understand how to teach and understand that if somebody is so intimidating, I mean, go and teach them something. I mean, teach them. I mean, I understand I've seen a police officer and this police officer is surrounded by 4 police officers. I mean, there's 5 of them. And this one is acting so big and tough because, you understand? I mean, they're going to throw you in jail. Or else either way, I mean, he looks like this. I mean, like he wants to hit me or something. I mean, either way, understand that those police officers have got nothing better to do. I understand that it's really communicate to them. I mean, communicate to them something about your life so that they can understand you better. Because if you're silent, I mean, understand you can be silent, but just understand that when you communicate and communicate and communicate more, I understand people understand your story much better. I mean, it's really that you understand that anything that is not resolved in your life, you must communicate. You must communicate all those problems you have, because that way you'll never have a problem. Because problems are made when you don't communicate them. Or else that if you have 1,000 problems, you have to communicate those problems so you can find out about them. Or else now, when you communicate and you see every single problem and you communicate it, you find a way to solve it. Or else it's that simple. I mean, New Year's resolutions is happening every single day. So realize it's always Happy New Year, every single day, and not just one day of the year. I mean, one day of the year is every single day. So realize every single day, you don't look twice when you're crossing the road. You don't look twice. You look one way, and you look one way again. I mean, do you understand? And then you look one way again. And then you look one way again. I mean, you can do that forever. I mean, look one way and one way. And then you look one way again. And then you look one way again. And then you look one way one more time. And then you look one way again. And then just look one way again. I mean, don't look twice. I mean, look one way. I mean, one way. I mean, you never look twice. You look once. I mean, you can look once all the time. I mean, this is all one way. I mean, do you understand? But there's some signs around Sydney that say, look twice. I mean, don't look twice. You look once. Because if you look once, you're much more confident than looking twice. I mean, do you understand? So realize that kind of beautiful behavior. But understand that, for example, with Centrelink, for example, understand that what's important is understand. I was calling up Centrelink so that I can see something about the nice, beautiful carers pension and what's going on with that, so I can understand what's happening. I understand I need the information about it. I'm very interested about my life in terms of my eye. I understand when I find out the information about that, I realize I have to go and call them up. I understand I call them up this time. I understand it's really, they have to put me through this nice, beautiful system of, let's say, a robotic system where I have to type in my CRN, which is a reference number, and then I have to give them my 6-letter password or whatever. And then what happens is, they ask me more questions with robots. And for 10 minutes, they're asking me these questions. And then guess what? I understand they say, apply for advance or something. I say, apply for advance. I understand either way, that they just go, we're currently closed. I mean, after 10 minutes of just being with the robot, I mean, do you understand? I mean, after 10 minutes, they're closed. I mean, they're just wasting my time. I mean, do you understand? I mean, either way, I receive some information in terms of I understand either way, I gain some information, but not the information that I need. I understand that what's important is understand that most of these nice, beautiful, let's say, robots that they put online in terms of the phone, or else you call the robot and or else it's like a self-service or something. I understand when you're really calling them, or else they say, I mean, you must say yes or no. I mean, you don't say yes or no. You say, I say yes, I say no. Because what they're teaching people in the nice, beautiful robotic system every single day is to never put the I say yes or I say no. I mean, they just want you to say no or yes. I mean, that's not how you live life. You live life by saying, I say yes, I say no. I mean, do you understand? Because there's a spiritual war going on right now. And it's between people who are teaching other people to never say, I love you. I mean, that's the exact same example that what's happening with Centrelink today in terms of their self-serve service, in terms of the robotic system that they have, or else the nice, beautiful robot will say yes or no. I mean, and that's the only way that you can actually remove in terms of go to the next segment of the conversation. I mean, you have to say yes or no. But I want to say, I say yes, I say no, because I don't want to remove my eye. I mean, Jesus says don't cut your eye out, but they want you to cut your eye out because if you don't say yes or no, then the conversation will keep repeating itself. I mean, did you say yes or no? I mean, the robot will say that. I mean, you have to say yes or no to proceed forward with the conversation. I mean, Jesus says, don't cut the I out. So I want to say on the phone, I say yes, I say no. I mean, they want you to say yes or no only, without the I. I mean, that's the kind of aspect that Centrelink, in terms of government of Australia right now, is teaching on their self-service phones. I mean, do you understand? And then what they're saying is they want you to repeat this also. I mean, they want you to start with, in Australia, I can hear my voice. I mean, either way, they want you to say this. I mean, they want you to say something that's not the I. I mean, they want you to say, in Australia, my voice can be heard. I mean, so when you say those words, or as the nice beautiful system of the nice beautiful phone and Centrelink system and government systems, in terms of government systems, will place your voice into the systems so that when you speak, or as the system of those capacities, in terms of the potential of that technology, will find out your voice and will, I mean, it will relate that voice with you, and it will update your voice each and every single time. So it's like a Siri and communicational, or else it's like a communicational method where they understand that when you speak to the phone, that it's you, because of through your voice, or else they can they can identify you through the voice. I mean, why do you have to start off in Australia when you can start off I see in Australia? I mean, do you understand? So what's happening here is they're telling people to repeat something else other than I love you. I mean, they're teaching people how not to be. In terms of, they're teaching people how to do that. I mean, do you understand? So realize that when you say, I see in Australia, that my voice can be heard. I mean, that way I can speak on the beautiful, I can speak on the beautiful robotic system and understand that that system will record my voice and update my voice with I. I understand, although when they're saying that in Australia, without the I understand that is when you miss the I completely, and that's what they're teaching you, to miss the I completely. Or else they're teaching you to never go and do what Jesus is doing. Or else understand that Jesus says, don't cut your eye out. But they are teaching in terms of the government of Australia, in terms of their service systems, in terms of the Centrelink phone systems, are teaching you yes or no only. And not I say yes and I say no. I mean, I say no and I say yes is much more important than yes or no. I mean, that's all I have to say about that. I just understand that it's very important they understand your I. I love you. I love everybody. I say Happy New Year's. I understand that no matter what, that every single day, I'm making sure that I go and live my life to the fullest. But I understand that no matter what's going on in life, I mean, just understand to grow up every single day and be much more mature, because look at me. I mean, I'm on the street. I'm making sure I perform. I make sure I build on my nice, beautiful YouTube channel. I mean, I have no excuses. I mean, because I'm much more successful than yesterday, I grow and I teach people how to do that every single day. So make sure that you level me. I mean, make sure that you come and do the same thing, because that's what I need. I need that of you. I understand Jesus wants you to lead too, but if you cannot do it, you must. You must be able to do like this in terms of what I'm doing. You must be able to get yourself on camera, because I can do it. You can do it. I understand everybody can do it when you set your mind to it. I understand when you set your mind to something greater, you understand how to be greater. You understand every single day that you don't give up on yourself. I mean, just make sure that you're living life always. I mean, make sure that everything in your life is much more propelling forward. I mean, just be able to motivate yourself through the communication every single day, and just make sure that you understand that everybody must be with you in terms of your growth. I mean, your growth is something important. So understand that what you have is what you must give. You must give that service of growth every single day. I promise you, as long as you're still alive, you're still growing. But understand that growth is something that you need to give more of to everybody. I understand when you're giving growth to people, I understand that you must understand that there is no problems in life. Or else there's no problem here. I understand that what the problem is if you make a problem. Or else now, don't make a problem and you'll always have a solution. I thank you. I promise you, you don't make problems, you make solutions. I understand when you make solutions, you have a greatness in you. I understand that's a great aspect of life. I understand anything that's really great is make sure that you understand how to grow. Because when you're growing all the time, you understand why it's so important. I understand it's so important to grow every single day, because when you're doing so, you live life to the fullest. You have to be very strong about your life. You have to understand that what you need every single day is a great career. You have to have a great career every single day. You have to understand that a great career is on YouTube, and it's also on Instagram, and it's also making sure that whatever you're doing daily is something greater. I understand every single time. I understand people love to make problems of your life. I understand people love to make problems. I understand they love to kick you out because it's something of the government's nature to do so. I understand that when I do that, I understand I still do my nice, beautiful information somewhere else. I mean, kick me out of my accommodation too. I mean, come into my bedroom and kick me out to do my work. I mean, come on. I mean, every single day, I'm just making sure I'm always communicating something I love to do. I love to do this. I love to do it every single day. I love to do my work more than you. I understand when I go and grow up every single day and I do something very important every single day, I practice and practice and practice. I understand when I practice and practice and practice, and I practice and practice and practice, I get better and better and better because I understand that people just want to make problems. I understand I just stay away from those people. I don't want to make problems in life. I want to understand that I have freedom, I have civilization in my life. I understand anything that's civil must be growth. I mean, anything that's civil right now is understanding you must grow yourself to greatness. I understand when you grow yourself and you understand every single day that you deserve something greater than yourself every single day, you can do it. I understand it's just promote yourself daily and be something much more. I understand when you're much more than yesterday, you learn how to do so. You learn how to be. You learn how to really be spiritual about your life. I understand that's very important, but you have to be doing your work regardless of what time it is. I understand it's very important to do so. I can do this work elsewhere too. I mean, if you kick me out, I'll go somewhere else and do it. I mean, I have freedom. I have freedom for my life. I have a heart too. I want to be doing my work too, just like you. I understand that's very important for me to do. So, I have a nice, beautiful busking performance over here. I understand every single day I do so. I do this every single day because I understand something very important. I understand communication skills is what grows me. I understand that no matter what, I understand every single day I'm much more of a performer. I'm much more of a public speaker. I'm much more of something that's really great. I understand when I go and communicate every single day and I have attention, or else that's the best aspect of life. I have to have attention. I have to be growing up. I have to have a nice, beautiful attitude. I have to have a nice, beautiful persona. I have to be able to increase my courage every single day because that's what's important. I understand I do it with or without you. I don't need you in my life. I just have myself in terms of my I love you. I understand that's very important. I understand when I grow into fame. I grow into spirituality. I grow into Jesus Christ. I grow into something great. I have to grow all the time. I have to be able to really understand how to pronounce my life better. I understand when I do that all the time, I understand my communication skills is something that you have to pick up. I understand you have to be able to talk fast. I mean, you have to be able to understand the information I speak. I mean, you have to be able to communicate it every single day, and you have to be able to do it every single day faster and faster. I promise you, it's very important to communicate faster and faster and faster, and also walk faster and have a purpose that's driven and that's going to help you to have a passion that you can speak about. You have to be able to speak about your determination and your motivation and what really sparks the trigger in your life. I promise you, when you're doing that daily, you'll find something to do. You find something that's really, let's say, what you love to do. I understand that I never like to cause drama. I never like to go killing people. I never like to carry a gun with me to make myself feel special. I don't like to do that. I never need a gun in the first place. I understand Lil Wayne just had a gun. I understand I realized he put himself in jail for 10 years. I mean, either way, understand that what's important is make sure that what you're doing daily is understand that you go and really be much more than yesterday. I understand when you do that all the time, you always understand every single day you can always be much more. You can always have much more courage. You can always make sure you can be doing your work regardless of what anybody thinks of you. I mean, you have power anyway. You have power every single day to go and live your life forward. I mean, live your life to the fullest. I mean, live your life free. I mean, when you're living life for free, I mean, understand public speaking. I mean, understand every single day you go and really, really encourage yourself to grow. I mean, don't be afraid. I mean, don't be afraid. I mean, if the police warns you, I mean, just understand, don't go there anymore. I mean, do you understand? I mean, come back another day. I realize come back on a day that don't warn you. I mean, do you understand? I mean, just don't come back. I mean, just move forward though. I mean, understand if you're coming back all the time to the same people, I mean, it's because you need them. I never need you to need them. I need you to need yourself. I mean, I need you to understand that you need to travel without them. I need you to understand that you need to be alone right now. You need to be alone more than with them. I need you to understand that your time is more valuable than their time. I need you to understand that when you stay away from them, you'll value your time more. Or else if you're giving your time to everybody, or else it's because you have no time anymore for yourself. Or else when you have no time for yourself, or else it's because you're drinking alcohol and doing drugs with them. And you're following the crowd then, because you're giving your time to them. I don't give my time to anybody other than I. I appreciate my I appreciate my life. I appreciate being away from all the women. I don't need them in my life. I don't need your kids. I don't need your kids. I have my kids already. I have my kids. I have everything already. I understand that what's important is understand that you can always be much more. You can always do your work. You can always understand how you live in life. I understand when you're living life to the fullest and you're really performing and doing something that's really credible in your life, I promise you, you'll spark attention and you'll spark reputation. and you spark something greater, and you understand you have to be free, because understand that no matter what, you must be a civilian who's growing. You must understand that no matter what, I realize if you're in the army, you must train people how to grow and not how to kill. I mean, if you're training the police officers, you train them how to grow and not kill. You train them in Jesus Christ and not because of what other police officers are doing. I mean, don't train anybody else other than Jesus Christ in terms of learn with Jesus Christ. I mean, do you understand? I mean, when you're training yourself, you train yourself alone. I mean, if you want to learn a talent, you learn alone. You don't learn with other people. You don't learn anything with other people other than with yourself. You learn about yourself all the time because other people don't want to learn about you, or else they want to learn about themselves. I mean, do you understand? I mean, learn about yourself the most is what I mean. I mean, understand when you're very important in your life, you also be very famous. You also be very greatness. You'll be very much of a great individual who has greatness every single day to come and perform on the street and do something very important. I understand that's something that's really great. I understand when you're doing that every single day and you're really performing and doing something very, let's say, that's not stupid. I understand you never fool around. I mean, understand you never embarrass yourself. But if you do embarrass yourself, you make sure that you're a comedian about it. I mean, what's an example? I understand I recently took a photo in terms of, I didn't take a photo, I just realized I invest in a photo of, let's say, a video with a cat. I understand this cat, I say, hey, I mean, look at this cat. I mean, this cat is a beautiful cat. I love the cat. But then look at this. I mean, that's my nice, beautiful promotion, and look at that. I mean, look at this. I mean, do you understand what that is? I mean, guess what? I didn't say what it was. I mean, it looks like shit. I mean, the cat came and shit. I mean, the cat came and shit in terms of my eye. I understand that either way. I understand that what's important is the cat took a poo-poo where my beautiful trolley is in terms of in the trolley. You understand? And it's very funny. So that is a kind of way that I embarrass myself, but I'm funny about it. I mean, do you understand? I'm funny in that nature. I do it on purpose so that people can laugh with me. And now if they laugh at me, or else now they're a bully, and that's why you're better than them. Or else when they're laughing at you, and they're saying, ha 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 ha, I mean, that's not good. But when they're saying, ha ha, you must get up, man, I love you, bro. I love you, sister. I mean, either way, you must understand that there's a different laugh, but the laugh that you're lifting up people in a smart way. You're laughing smartly and not sarcastically. You're not being a faker. You're not being a faker when you laugh. You actually laugh because you're smart about it. Or else when it makes sense, I understand when I go and really understand Mr. Bean, for example. I mean, Mr. Bean is very smart because what does Mr. Bean do? Or else he gets in the car and he just points the rude finger at everybody. I mean, that's very smart because I laugh with that. I love that. I realize that's very funny. I mean, imagine Mr. Bean sitting in the car and he just, everybody to a rude finger like this. I mean, like this. I mean, that's very funny, isn't it? I mean, I understand that when, for example, Borat, in terms of life, I realize when he crosses the road, I understand that he looks at the car, for example. I mean, he's crossing the road like this. I mean, it's very funny. I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, either way, you must understand that when you're really doing something that's really profound, I mean, laugh at what's more vegan. In terms of, you never laugh at what's more vegan. You laugh with more, or else you laugh with everything. I mean, either way, understand that it's really, be smart about veganism. I mean, be smart about veganism. So what is more smart is the funniest way. I understand either way that, for example, Jesus Christ. In terms of what happened with Jesus Christ, I understand that it makes sense. I understand it doesn't make sense either. I mean, how does it make sense that the God of Jesus Christ sent God, who is Jesus Christ, down here so that he can help you and so that he can teach us, as the first teacher in the world, to love everything with all your heart and to give all that he has given, to be killed on the cross for you? I mean, how does that make sense? I mean, why does it make sense for him to be killed for you? I mean, why? I mean, it makes sense though, as well. I mean, isn't that funny? I mean, that's God laughing, but with us and not against us. I mean, that's God really showing a sense of humor over here. That, hey, I will die for you. I will die for you, and let it be a story where you understand it doesn't make sense either. I mean, do you understand? So either way, understand that what's important every single day is making an open remark with yourself. I mean, make sure you lift yourself up, because here I am every single day making sure that I lift myself up to greatness. I believe in myself all the time. I believe in myself, making sure every single day that I believe in myself more. By communicating more. I realize every single time I come here, I have something more to give. I have something more to say. I never met a famous police officer in my life. I understand Ace Ventura though. I understand Jim Carrey, who plays a police officer in Ace Ventura. I promise you that's different. I understand that is different, but I understand that what is a real police officer. I never meet a real police officer who's famous because they're all working a 9 to 5. I mean, understand? So anybody who's working a 9 to 5 today, in terms of a 9 to 5 job, is never famous. I need you to be famous every single day. I need you to go and grow up. I need you to understand that when you're growing up, you'll be something much more. I understand there's a beautiful Christmas tree over here. I understand it's very much sparkly. I understand when you're sparkly in life, you're going to be a star. You're going to understand that you have to go and be gold. You have to be a gold princess in terms of growth. You have to be a gold prince in terms of growth. I understand the lights are here for supporting I today. I understand it's very important that you grow. And I realize when you grow, you find something to say, you find something to do every single day, you come and give a nice, beautiful performance daily. I understand that's what's important. You give a nice, beautiful performance, and that's how you really grow. You grow through performance making every single day. I realize every single day you have to give something for nothing. You have to understand, I came here not because of plastic money. I came here to just help. I came here because I have a kind heart. I have a kind attitude. I realize this is a habit. I didn't come here to work for money, man. I came here to give you some content. I realize the content that I give you is money. I realize it's just not plastic money, is it? I don't care about plastic money. I care about growing people. I care about making sure that everybody is much more of a leader and understanding how I live my life. Because that's how I give my story. I give my story daily. I give it through different ways of expression. I make sure when I express myself differently. And that's how I really grow. Because I grow through different ways of being and saying and doing. And then when I do that, I find ways to grow even more. But I find ways to grow on the street even better than in my accommodation. I realize when I come in front of you and I grow in front of you, I grow better in front of you than I do without you. I understand? I grow better with 10,000 people watching me than with just I watching I. I mean, understand, I love I more than 10,000 people. I rather just grow. I understand, I don't care whether you're watching me or not, but it's much better to grow in front of 10,000 people and with yourself, in terms of yourself and 10,000 people, than it is just with yourself. I mean, do you understand? Because when you have 10,000 people watching you, or else the spotlight is on you, and that's something beautiful. Or else when it's just you watching you, or else that's beautiful too. But it's much better when it's amplified into 10,000 people watching you. I mean, now that's even better. Or else now that's a performance of a lifetime, and that's what I want you to get. I want you to get to that point. I want you to understand when you get to the point of public speaker, you understand why I have 600 hours of information to give you. I mean, that's something beautiful. I mean, that's Christmas presents all day long. I understand if you don't want to watch me for the next year, I'll have 900 hours waiting for you. I mean, if you don't want to watch for that year, I'll have 1,200 hours for you to watch then. Or else either way, with or without you, I'm creating that nice, beautiful content every single day. I understand that's very important. I understand that every single day I look at people's attitudes. I understand I find out straight away when they don't want to look at you. Or else they don't want to look at you because you're a public speaker. I mean, do you understand? I understand right away I'd be away from those people. I understand that what's important is understand that anybody who's inspirational about your life is because they want to be you. Or else when you want to be me, I understand you'll be inspirational about me. I mean, you'll talk about me and you'll say, hey, I mean, this guy's a legend. I mean, this guy is doing something. I realize this guy has a great habit. I mean, he's doing public speaking on New Year's Eve day. I mean, either way, understand that I just do it anyway because I feel so much more about what I do. I understand that when I really understand how to public speak, I go and really do it. I go and put myself in that situation because you only live once. You live once, so make the most of it. I mean, make the most of your life and go find out really how famous you can be. I mean, go find out how much you can really grow. I realize that's all I'm doing. I don't care about the fame. I care about growth. I care about to grow. I care about growth. I care about growing. I care about pairing you with I so that I can grow you. I say when I pair you with I just make sure you watch I and how I grow. And then you copy in a different way. I promise you copy me in terms of what I do, but make sure you speak those different words. I promise you anything that is different in your life must be the best aspects of life. And understand that anything that's much better is understand that sometimes drugs is a new way for you. I mean, understand that drugs is never the way though. So understand to stay away from it. I was there for 7 years. I was taking drugs for 7 years. I promise you that's not the way. I promise you now when I say that, I promise you those people who are drinking alcohol really, let's say, judge me upon that. Or else they hate that. I mean, they hate that I took drugs. I mean, they're taking drugs all the time. I mean, they're drinking beer. I mean, they're drinking alcohol every single day. I mean, that's a drug too. I mean, alcohol is worse than cigarettes. I mean, alcohol kills Avicii at 28. I mean, come on. I mean, alcohol. Avicii dies at 28 because of alcohol or liver disease. I mean, do you understand? I mean, my biological dad has been smoking cigarettes for 50 years. I mean, listen. I mean, either way, understand that no matter what, I understand when I go and grow much more, I'm much better. I understand my biological dad has been smoking cigarettes for around 40 years. I mean, either way, I realize that my biological dad is still alive and he's still 67. I mean, do you understand? I mean, he's been smoking those red packets. I mean, the red packets of cigarettes. I mean, they're the ones that give you the most nicotine. I mean, do you understand? And he smokes these cigarettes that come from the market. And they're so much bullshit. I mean, those cigarettes stink. I mean, they stink. I mean, they're even worse than the ones that are really, let's say, more expensive. I mean, these ones are the cheap ones. And they look, I mean, that stinks. I mean, it's fully stinking like crap. I mean, do you understand? I mean, when you smoke that cigarette, I promise you, that's the worst day of your life. I promise you that what's amazing about you is you must understand, you must grow. I promise you, when you grow, you understand what's amazing about you. I understand when I grow, I'm really growing now because I understand that today is a special day. I promise you, today is a special day because I understand I went to the opera house and I find out the police don't want me to even speak on that day. I understand also that they don't want people to go to the Harbour Bridge, or else they don't want people to go there. Or else now, either way, I mean, they're saying on the news, stay home. Or else they're saying, stay home. But then guess what? Or as I said recently, that, oh, I am going there. I went there, but I came here. I never went there, I came here. I went there in the moments. And now in the moments, I go all the time. I understand that what's important is I understand that police also walk here from my own place this time, on the same day. And this time they don't want to kick me out. Or this time they don't want to kick me out because I'm in my own place. But over there, yeah. Because over there is a crowd attraction. I mean, what kind of crowd is there? I mean, really. I mean, understand either way, there's a few hundred people. I mean, understand, a few hundred people from millions of people who go there every year. I mean, a few hundred only. I mean, a few hundred. I mean, either way, understand that what's important is I hope you guys enjoy the fireworks because I never have to watch it. I understand that what's important is I make sure I have the fireworks already. I have fireworks banging in this video. I mean, full of fireworks in these ideas. I promise you I have so much going for me in terms of my life. I promise you that what's important is go and really give a performance every single day with yourself to go and arrive somewhere greater so that you understand that what's going on with your life is something much more. You must be privileging yourself all the time for greatness. You must understand that when you grow in a way that you communicate and you'll find a way to go and understand how you're going to do so. Because you have to make your life something more, and you have to understand that you just go and really dwell upon growth. Or else if you just stick to the growth factor, you understand when you just grow, you understand the growth factor. And when you just do the growth factor, you understand confidence and why you have everything. You have everything when you just stick to growth. I mean, follow the growth path and follow the ideas and follow the information and follow the images and make sure you find yourself a way that you can. I mean, find yourself a way that you can go and do what you love to do. I mean, if you really want to do anything, I mean, you go and do it. I mean, do it right now. I mean, make sure you never wait. I mean, understand that what you need every single day is a better you. You must understand when you have a better you, you find something more attractive. You understand? You have to understand something more attractive must be you. I understand when people look at me, I understand they're very scared of a public speaker. I understand when you're very scared of me, public speaking, I understand when you go to drug addicts though. I mean, when you go into a restaurant with your boyfriend who drinks alcohol, I mean, oh, you have so much to be scared about with yourself. I mean, do you understand? I never drink alcohol though, but you go to a restaurant with a drug addict and you're not scared of a drug addict in terms of your friend, I mean, in terms of your boyfriend or whatever, or your man or woman, I don't care. I'm not gay. I'm not bisexual. I'm not straight. I'm just I. You can guess what I am. I mean, either way, that what's a mystery in life is what you make of it. I understand either way that when you're scared of me, you'll be scared of yourself too. I mean, understand, I can tell straight away when a woman looks at me and she's so afraid of me because I speak like this. I mean, I stay away from those women because those women are victims of life. I don't ever want to have kids with those women. I mean, they're ugly. I mean, they're very ugly. I mean, do you understand? I mean, they'd rather be with a drug addict than a public speaker. I mean, be careful about your life. I mean, either way, what's important is understand that most women will walk away from you when you're public speaking. I promise you, they'll walk away. and one of them out of thousands of them will walk 30 meters just looking at you and will never look anywhere else. I promise you, that's really love, isn't it? I promise you, when a woman's just looking at you and you're public speaking, but you understand you're very successful and you understand you're very famous, you understand that, but you understand if she gets you, or else she gets the whole package. I mean, do you understand? Otherwise, now I feel privileged to understand that I have I more than her. I understand that there's a difference between that woman or that man who walks 30 meters watching you only, and all the other ones who they don't even look at you. I mean, do you understand? But there's a difference between a woman who looks at you for 30 meters or a man who looks at you for 30 meters while walking. I mean, do you understand? Because it's the same effect. So I'm talking for both genders here. I understand either way that they walk 30 meters to watch you, but then they just walk away. And they don't ever grab your business card, and they never search you up, and they never come and see you. But they're looking at you for 30 meters, aren't they? I mean, either way, I realize what the difference is. I realize the difference is that when an individual who looks at for you, when they look at you in terms of for you, in terms of 30 meters, and they look at you, and they come and grab your business card and talk with you also, and then also say, hey, I want you to come on a date with me. I promise you now, that's even better than the one or man or woman who walks away and never asks you in the first place. I mean, do you understand? But if you ladies never ask me, I mean, either way, I never need you. I understand that what's important is you ladies out there love drug addicts more than I. I mean, I understand that. I understand either way that what's important is understand that is how the world is. But I'd rather die like that. I'd rather die understanding that I gave all I can in this world. Because I don't need kids. I don't need a woman. I don't need you. I don't need anybody. I just have I understand that I was heartbroken in my life very much because of the woman in my life. I understand because of the people in my life. I understand because of what I've done and because of the way I was. I understand either way that because of that heartbreak, in terms of the heartbreak that I had, I understand that's why I'm public speaking today and I'm stronger than ever. I understand I survived my life. I understand I go back to the I again. I survived all those moments where I could have made myself commit suicide. I could have drove the car off the freeway. I could have dove into the nice beautiful ocean and killed myself. I could have done something to kill myself. I understand either way that what's important is understand that people must grow. You must grow to understand why it's so important to do so, because I understand that the solution is not other people. I promise you the solution is I. I is the solution. I mean the word go to the word I. I mean I is everything. So when you understand your I, you understand the I is much more important than you. I is much more important than them. I is everything. You have an I. You can say I love you. You must say I is much more important than them. You must use the I all the time. You must use something that you have every single day to speak and communicate. Like this, you have to be doing this as well. I promise you have to. Because if you don't, I understand that you're just not going to be as special as me then. In terms of my I. I understand if you're not doing this today, then how do you expect to be successful? You have to understand that no matter what age you are, I don't care how old you are and how young you are. You have to be doing public speaking today. I mean, start now. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you're not ready to do that, otherwise that's your fault. I mean, it's your fault. I mean, do you understand? And take ownership for that. I mean, say it's your fault. I mean, say it's your fault. Otherwise, it's my fault that you don't even want to do public speaking. So I have to teach you better. I mean, I have to teach you to do that. I have to teach you and I have to teach you and teach you. Or else if you commit suicide, or else it's my fault that you commit suicide because I wasn't there to help you. Do you understand? I take ownership of that. I take ownership and now I want to find a way to help you so much that you don't commit suicide. Do you understand? So that's how I really grow. I grow through different ways of expression and different ways of thinking and being. I understand when I do that daily, I grow with it, or I grow with or without the crowd, because I understand I can do a public speaking performance. I can. But the people don't want to listen to I. I understand if you don't want to listen to I, you listen to somebody else. I don't need you. I understand that what's important is I understand I listen to I. I believe in I. Understand that no people are here watching me today. I promise you that there is no people except I today. I mean, do you understand? I mean, the people are just walking past. And for New Year's Day, I mean, a public speaker on New Year's Day, I mean, come on. I mean, 8:25 p.m., I mean, plenty of people are just walking by in all nationalities. I mean, just let's put it on them. I mean, do you understand? I mean, all nationalities. I mean, just going this way and that way. I mean, wow. I mean, big deal. I mean, big deal. I mean, that's your life. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's them. I mean, do you understand? I mean, they don't want to be a public speaker. I mean, they don't even come and check out my business card. I mean, they don't even come and check out what I have. I mean, understand that either way, that what's important is I keep forgetting, but I never keep forgetting. I understand that I have my nice, beautiful business cards over here. I understand no matter what, I grab it now because I understand that I make sure to go teach myself something beautiful. I came here anyway. I understand that I have beautiful business cards right here. I mean, come and check it out. I mean, you understand? I mean, just have some so that you can give it. I mean, make sure that you understand, you put it on top of your speaker right here, and it can stay there. You have a nice, beautiful glass of water or something, you put on your speaker over here, and just relax every single day. I understand that when you get dressed for the occasion for yourself, you go and make sure you're growing, and not just wasting time, because I understand many people want to waste time doing nothing, or else they want to go drink alcohol today, or else they want to go and do drugs, or else they want to go and watch the Steaming Harbour Bridge when it's closed in terms of your life. I mean, understand that when you're watching something that's really, let's say, closing up, I mean, just stay away from it. I mean, understand that what's even better is understand that there's always something better to do than, let's say, what other people are doing. I mean, go do what Jesus Christ is doing every single day. I mean, understand that there are plenty of people who are not going to watch the nice, beautiful Sydney show in terms of the Harbour Bridge today. I definitely understand that I may go, but I understand I don't have to. I understand that what's important is understand if you really want to watch something, you go. I mean, just understand to go and find a place to do it. I mean, I have to find a place over here. I understand I do see a place where I can go. I understand I just have to find it because I'm still regular in terms of, I'm a regular in a way that I'm growing, and that's it. I just understand I still have to go there. I still have to go in a way that I have to go there in the moments, but I understand I don't have to. I can live without the fireworks because my fireworks is in my beautiful video right here. I understand I give those ideas, and those ideas are fireworks. I mean, it's all over the place. I understand that you guys are not inspirational about that. I understand I'm very inspired about my information in terms of my eye. I understand I give 600 hours of information. I mean, that's very inspirational. I mean, information is a product that you need every single day. You need it. You need the information. I understand that. I understand they just walk away. I mean, do you understand? Because guess what? Or else they're not inspirational people. I mean, do you understand? I mean, either way, understand they're jealous of. I mean, understand that when you're coming here in terms of Sydney or anywhere in life, pretty much people will walk past you and they will not like you doing this work. I mean, guess what? Or else that's not your fault. Or else understand that when you understand, just make sure it's your fault. I mean, make sure everything is your fault. I mean, that's my fault because they don't like me. I mean, understand, I'll keep doing my work anyway. I'll make sure I'll grab everything I can to succeed, and that's it. Or else if you guys don't want me, I don't need you. I don't need you ever. I understand that what's important is I make my success, and that's that. I understand every single day that I'm trying my heart out to give the most knowledge I can, but I have 23 subscribers on YouTube, and I have 600 hours on YouTube of ideas. And now I'm not missing out. I realize they're missing out. I realize you're missing out for not watching me. You're missing out, mate. I mean, I'm not missing out. I'm doing it. I'm that confident that if you don't follow me, you'll never have a life. I promise you that's it. I promise you that's how confident I am. Because I understand who I am. I understand my eye. I understand what I teach every single day. I teach something different. I teach it every single day in a better way. I make sure every single day I go do something very beautiful. I understand the time is ready right now. That every single day I understand the time is now in terms of I understand the time is I understand I am the time every single day to go and really dwell upon my life and have a beautiful life for myself every single day. But I don't care about anything else other than this video. I understand when I go do this video, I understand I go and really perform a better way. I go and really see what I can do. I make sure every single day I just perform it on the street, and I learn something about my life every single way that I can. I go and dwell upon giving those ideas. I go and really search upon how I really can do something that can help. I understand I really just go and make a difference. I mean, when I make a difference, I make sure I go and do something that's really spontaneous. I mean, what can that be? I realize information. I understand information is something that's really spontaneous. I understand I connect those words together. I'll go find the synonyms. I read synonyms every single day. I read 20 words and more a day, and I connect them together. And I realize that way, I go and really dwell upon a better way. And then I find ways to be much more spiritual, and I find ways to understand where I am and why I do it. I understand my courage every single day. I understand how to grow under pressure. I understand how to grow in front of people. I understand if you don't understand how to do that, I mean, check out my business card. I mean, do you understand? I mean, if you've never done some public speaking for yourself and you believe you're all that, I mean, understand, I mean, what are you waiting for? I mean, understand either way, you must realize information is a commodity and it's something that really grows you every single day. I understand when I grow, I give a performance, I give something for nothing. I'm not asking anything other than just making sure that I grow today. I'm growing today. So That's all I do. I understand when I go and grow, I understand that's all that's important today. I understand my growth is important today because I understand this world. I want to be here. I want to be here growing until you kill me. I promise you, and that's it. I promise you, I want to be just like Jesus. I want to grow you as much as you can until those guys just come and kill me, and that's it. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's my exit. I mean, you understand? I mean, that's the best life. I mean, that's it. I mean, what I need to do every single day is I'm spiritual. I understand every day. I'm never going to cry because I understand that no matter what, I'm always much stronger. I'm much stronger because I understand that I just live my life for I. I understand I live my life for I. I understand that there's no faking over here. I understand that I have to be strong. I have to be strong to really live my life to the fullest. I understand that is how I do it. I make sure I'm never fake about anything. I make sure I'm just living my life and making sure I just grow up. I have to grow up. I have to grow up in a different way. I have to go and find something new to do today. I understand I have music production. I have Netflix. I have my nice people accommodation. I have I have I above all. I have Jesus Christ information. I can go and learn something. I can go do some nice beautiful. I can do some nice beautiful synonyms. I can do some music production in terms of my music. I can listen back and also make my DJ sets. I can go and really understand. I can just go and love my life. I can go and grow. I mean, that's all I need. I just need I don't need anything else. I understand that's it. I mean, that's the whole band. I mean, the whole band's right here. I don't need a company other than I mean, I don't need other people's companies. I don't need other people's companionship. I don't need other friends in life. I don't need other family members. I don't need other anything in life. I just need I to follow Jesus, and that's it. I understand when I do that daily, I understand I'm not stupid. I understand when Tony Robbins, in terms of Tony Hugo, I mean Tony Hugo stuff says, I'm not stupid fucking. I understand that either way. I understand what he means. I understand I used to watch Walk Boy in terms of my eye. I understand either way. I realize he says that, but that's what I mean. I mean, do you understand? I mean, either way, I just go and really live my life to the fullest, and that's the only aspect of life that you ever need. You have to be able to plan your life in a journal sometimes, and make your journal a video, and make an idea, and make a blog, and be spiritual about yourself, but make sure you're always overcoming your life. You're making sure you're always overcoming that situation, and understand you're going to do better anyway, and you're going to live life, and you're going to be happier, because that's the whole point. Or as the whole point is love your life, and love what you do daily. I mean, you have to understand that if you want to be inspirational, you have to do inspirational work. Or as if you want to grow, you have to do growth work. Or as if you want to do anything, you have to do that type of work. But then you have to learn the information about it quicker than everybody else, and that's how you succeed. Or as if you want to be promotion, or as you have to promote yourself first. Or as if you want anything in life, you can get it through the information. I mean, just give that information that you want. Or as when you give the information, you'll find ways and more ways to live your life to the fullest, and that's the whole point. But I'm having a nice peaceful time over here. I describe my feelings as much as I can in different ways, and I find ways to grow every single time. I find ways to be, I find ways to do, I find ways to really live my life to the quality of my life, to understand that there's always more, or there's always more to do, or there's always more to be, but I make sure I'm strong about my I. I say I love I today. I love I the most. And that's it. I promise you, that is how I grow. I promise you, I love myself so much, I just grow myself today, and that's it. I promise you, that's how I really grow every single day. I understand every single day I wake up, I go to sleep, and I start dreaming something. I start dreaming about how to live my life, and I say I'm a nice beautiful sleep all the time, because I'm always growing and I'm planning, and I wake up and I just open my eyes a bit to just write. I just write one sentence down into my phone, and then once I pick up the phone, I already forgot the sentence sometimes. But I never forget the sentence. I never forget the sentence because I understand my I. I know my I, and that's it. Whereas now, what is the world talking about today? I mean, what are they talking about in the movies? I mean, what is happening around everywhere now? I mean, that's it. I mean, that's all you have to understand. That when you're living your life, you live your life to the fullest, you live it in a different way. You make sure that every single day you're going to be productive. You have to be productive every single day. You have to make sure you have to thrive. You never strive, you just strive every single day, to understand that what striving is trying, but so is thriving. But thriving is something that I relate to in a way that it's much more than striving. I mean, it's much more because when I thrive, I understand either way I grow. I just choose the word thrive over strive. I never like to strive, I like to thrive. I mean, it's either way, you can do whatever you want, but if you understand, if you just go into the growth way, you find the growth skills, you find the growth courage, you find the best ideas in the world, you find a better idea, you give it to somebody, and then you understand that you're a given, you're a surplus. You'll find something that's really strength, you'll go and really give those ideas. You'll go and find a better way. You go and find a new way that you've never gone before. You find the unknown way, and then you understand you go around people, and then understand when you go around people, you never cause violence, because when you go straight to people, or else that's where violence is. But when you go straight to yourself only, you never cause violence. I mean, if you're going straight to yourself and you're just going towards yourself, I mean, how can you cause violence? But if you're going towards other people, or else that's when you can cause violence. Or else the world gets dangerous when they have to grab you. I mean, do you understand? But when they have to grab themselves, or else then they will never touch you. Or else now grab yourself only, and that's how you never cause violence. And that's how you really, that's how you really teach everything in life. You teach everything through different ways of communication and different ways of being and different ways of saying something in expression of the mindset, because you have a mindset today, or else that mindset has to grow, and you have to grow the nice beautiful seed of your nice beautiful mindset, because that mindset has to be wisdom, and that wisdom that you have is growing all the time. So you have to grow and plant your tree, and you have to grow it, you have to water your tree, you have to water the garden all the time. I thank you, sir. I wish you a happy birthday in your New Year's today. I thank you. I understand either way. I understand every single day I go and love my life. I wish everybody a happy birthday today, because it's Happy New Year's. I understand either way, every day is my birthday. I mean, why does Jesus Christ have to have a birthday every single day? I have a birthday too. Every single day. I mean, either way, I'm just like Jesus Christ. So realize every single day is my Christmas. I say every single day is Christmas Eve. I mean, every single day is Christ in my life. I mean, do you understand? So every single day I have God in my life more and more, when I just come and do that nice, beautiful joke. Or a party that I have right here, I have a nice, beautiful joke in a party of growth today. I understand either way. I understand when I call myself a joke. I'm a joke of a growth. I'm a joke of growth, because I grow only. I grow only. I understand either way that no matter what, I realize my sarcasm is growth. I realize my sarcasm is only Jesus Christ. I mean, do you understand? I just go Jesus Christ. I mean, either way, I realize my negativity is Jesus Christ today. I love Jesus Christ so much that I'll go do my work every single day, regardless of what you are doing in life. I mean, I'll just go do my work all the time, and I'll just make sure every single day I do more and more and more and more and more. I have to understand that no matter what, or else I'm always doing much more than yesterday. I mean, that's the important factor right here. I understand when I go and really dwell upon something greater, I go and realize something. I understand I'm great. I have something great to do every single day. I understand that's how I really make sure of my life. I make sure my life is something much more. Because when you have a much more life, you have much more guarantees. You guarantee yourself a victory. You guarantee yourself a winning aspect of life, which is you. You must understand to know yourself first. Or else when you know yourself first, I realize everything else is easier. Or else life becomes easier when you become more effective. Or else when you go more effective, you go more productive. Or else when you go more productive, you go more confident. And then you go Jesus Christ again. And then you understand either way. You go knowledge, and then realize images in Netflix. And then either way, you brainstorm, and you write it down, and you teach people in a video, and in a writing material, and audio. And then understand that either way, that what's happening every single day is a new day. And understand that every single new day is a new you. So renew the mind, as Jesus says. I mean, you must understand that no matter what, that every single day, you must do something very powerful for yourself. I mean, be powerful, and be so powerful for yourself every single day that you can go and really inspire somebody every single day to go and live their life, because I'm living it, so why aren't you? I mean, you have to understand that everybody's living their life, so why aren't you living your life more? You have to live your life more every single day. You have to ask questions, you have to ask different questions, and you have to spark the interest so that everybody can grow. I understand that when you go and do that daily, you find a better way. You find something really special in yourself, because you have a heart, I have a heart, I realize everybody's special. But understand this. I understand when I go and really give you something of high quality, I understand it's information. And that's the best commodity, and that's something that really grows you all the time, because I just love to grow all the time. I love to grow because I have a future, I have a present moment, I have a past. I understand all that. I live in the moment. I live now, and I talk about the future and the past in the moments. I talk about it now. I'm living in the moments only, and that's how I really understand how to dwell in my life. I understand when I dwell my life around, I'll go and give my best performance every single day, and I'll go find an idea, and I talk about it differently, but I give my best performance each and every single day, because that's what's asked of I. I ask it of myself in I, to just go and dwell upon communication, because I believe in that. I believe in communication skills. I believe in communication skills more and more only. I don't just believe in communication skills. I believe in that more. I believe in life more only. I mean, if you believe in life more only, you'll find out more about everything. I mean, do you understand? So don't just believe in life. I mean, believe in life more. because more is something that you need. You need more. You don't just need life. You need life more. I mean, do you understand? So realize every single day, you must go do something every single day to go and make yourself something more in about everything. I mean, understand that it's not about having a family right now. I mean, it's about making sure that you're growing in your communication. Because I understand many people may have a beautiful wife or husband, but guess what? I realize they're drinking alcohol tonight. Or else they're going to be drinking alcohol. Or else they're going to be doing some drugs today in the bar. Or else is that what you want to do with your wife and husband? You want to be drinking some alcohol today? I mean, alcohol is not going to help you. I mean, what helps you is information. Or else my YouTube channel will help you so much. So thank you. I understand every single day I go and dwell upon my alcohol, which is my Jesus Christ. I understand that. I understand that's something that really helps me. I understand that's something that really helps to thrive. I thrive, baby. I go free flow every single day. I free flow in abundance every single day. I go and do something different. I make sure I give those ideas because ideas is something worthy. You have to be an idea yourself. You have to understand that you have an I. I love you. I understand that everybody has one I, but you have to increase that I. I live in that small I daily. I understand when I grow, thank you. I grow with my I all the time. I make sure every single day I go and perform and outperform individuals every single day. I perform and outperform. I perform and outperform. I perform and outperform myself and I. Or else, where's my music? I mean, where's the nightclub? I mean, I don't care about that. I care about I. I care about growing I today. I care about making sure I give a spiritual content today. I understand when I give spiritual content, I give growth content, which is, I say information. I say information, or else it's not information, or else I say it's information. I is very important. I understand when I come back to the I again, I teach myself another idea. I go and grab my nice, beautiful life, and understand that this time, I really skyrocketed in terms of my year, in terms of I. I understand my only year is I. I understand I was only that I realized something. I understand God saying that you have a power within you that's really powerful, and I want to speak in you right now because you have something really good to say. I understand either way that God's with me right here. I understand I'm really saying Happy New Year's, God and everything, and I understand that no matter what, I feel this power in me. I feel powerful right now. I understand that no matter what, I'm just here living my life. I understand when I live my life, I understand I just go and really talk. I really talk every day. I understand God saying you must cheer up. You must cheer up every single day. You must understand that no matter what, that you must go powerful. You must be powerful. You must be powerful in your life to understand that what you need is a greater soul. You must understand your occasion is love yourself and love thyself. I feel blessed in terms of my I. I understand either way, I'm loving life. I understand when I love life, I have this nice, beautiful empathy about myself, which is self-love. And I understand either way, I had a difficult time before. I understand either way, I'm loving my life now. I understand now my life is much greater than yesterday because I'm much happier. I have so much more information to give. I'm feeling blessings all day long now. I understand either way, I'm really skyrocketing in my nice, beautiful growth every single day. I thank you. I say Happy New Year's. I understand every single day, I'm making sure I just go and perform and outperform because I understand that's so important. I understand when you do something very special for yourself every single day, you find a way. You find a way to understand how to find your way. I mean, understand how to do that. I mean, go and learn about that. I mean, go find some books to read about that. I mean, understand my knowledge is something that can help you too. I mean, I'm always here too. I understand when I go and grow every single day, my heart out, I understand I will be successful. I'm successful now more than yesterday, and I just keep on doing so. I keep on doing that 365 days a year. I mean, over the next 72 years, I promise you I'll grow, baby. I promise you I'll grow strength. I'll grow skills. I'll grow everything. I mean, I just never grow problems. I solve those problems. I mean, understand this. I mean, understand I grow the best ways only. I grow everything that's the best. I mean, that's that. I say, no matter what you're doing, I mean, understand that if you're growing problems in life, or else you must grow solutions. Or else when you're growing everything together, you're level. I mean, you're equal. I mean, you're just growing more. I mean, when you're growing, you always be more. I mean, because growing means more. I mean, if you're growing less, I mean, that means you're never growing at all then. I mean, understand when you're growing only, you'll just be like Jesus Christ. And when you're Jesus Christ, you'll find a way to live life. I understand that is the way. I understand the life in terms of anything, in terms of the renewal of your mind every single day is a new blessing every single day. So make sure you're giving that idea. I mean, go and inspire people about that nice, beautiful idea about Christ and Jesus, in terms of Christ Jesus, in terms of Jesus Christ. Understand every single day. You go and promote yourself and your name and promote everything much greater that you believe in much more only. I promise you that way you'll find your spirituality in yourself and you'll find ways of motivation. You'll find a beautiful path. You'll find a power in you that's really God, and you understand its information, you understand its wisdom. I promise you that courage that you have right now is important. So give it as much as you can and live your life to the fullest. I promise you that's it. I promise you just realize that no matter what, you know your I, and just be the best you can be.